Ranked Fighting Irish of Notre Dame, led by brilliant junior tailback Alan Pinkett. Pinkett has already shattered marks of Notre Dame legends Red Salmon, George Gipp, and Vegas Ferguson. He rushed for 17 touchdowns this year, including a 66-yarder against Penn State. Defensively, watch for big number 78 Mike Gann, led the Irish with 10 sacks and 9 tackles for losses. For the Mustangs of SMU, the number 10 ranked Ponies, led by number 21 Reggie Dupard, who in his career averages 6 1/10 yards per carry. Defense, the big play man is number 31 Anthony Beverly. Stay tuned for the 3rd annual Aloha Bowl. TCS Metro Sports presents the 3rd annual Aloha Bowl. It's the 17th ranked Fighting Irish of Notre Dame meeting the 10th ranked Southern Methodist Mustangs. Aloha Kakahiaka from Honolulu, Hawaii. TCS Metro Sports and ESPN welcomes you to the 3rd annual Aloha Bowl. Hi, everybody. I'm Harry Callis, along with former Ram All-Pro Jack Snow and former Chicago Bear All-Pro George Cotter. We're at Waikiki Beach, the very hub of activity in Hawaii, and what a tremendous matchup for the 3rd annual Aloha Bowl. The 17th ranked Fighting Irish of Notre Dame, the 10th ranked Mustangs of SMU. George, how about Notre Dame coming into this game?
Well, Notre Dame is very healthy, better shape than they've been all year. They're coming off 4 straight wins. They were 3-4. They won 4 straight. Berline setting passing records at Notre Dame. Alan Pinkett healthy again. The offensive line in great shape. Defensively, Janik and Larkin are back. Notre Dame is really looking forward to this game. They were picked early in the season to be in the top 10. They fell behind, and this is a vindicated Notre Dame team, and they want to go out with a win, and they really want SMU.
Jack, SMU, the Southwest Confernce champ. When you think of the Southwest Conference, you think about Texas and Arkansas and Houston. SMU is the new kid on the block, and they're certainly a team to be reckoned with.
Absolutely. There's no question that, Harry. The new kid on the block, but if you stop and you look at SMU, what they've done, they are 17 points away from being 11-0. They're 9-2 as it is, ranked 10th in the nation, outstanding ball club. You know, the last 4 years in college football, they are the winningest team. They've won 40 games, they've lost 5, and they've tied 1. Outstanding offensive team, very consistent defensive teams, from great players, great coach in Bobby Collins. Notre Dame, George, is going to be in trouble because SMU wants them.
George, coming into the game, do you do what got you into the bowl game, or do you add new wrinkles?
Well, you stay with what got you here. You don't have a lot of time to prepare in bowl games. The coaches go over the films. They might put in a few defensive wrinkles, maybe a couple of offensive plays, but basically they stick with what they've been doing all year. The one thing they want to do is get the timing back, get the spirit up, and be ready to play football.
The surf and the sand and the mountains and the obvious distractions here in Waikiki. Is it difficult as a football player, Jack, to concentrate on football?
I think 20 years ago it would have been extremely difficult. When I was in college, it would have been tough to come here for a week and play. But I think the way kids play today, the long season, the tough season, is very demanding, not only physically but very mentally as well. They'll come here, they'll relax for an hour, 2 or 3 every day, get out here on the beach, get a little sun. They'll go work out, they'll get down to business. They'll take care of business. They know they've got to do something. They're here to do a job. Number one, that's to play football. In both those teams, when they tee it up, they're going to get after each other.
It's going to be a tremendous game, a great matchup, Notre Dame and SMU. And we'll be back to take a look at the key players in today's game right after this. Gentlemen, let's go to work. To beautiful Aloha Stadium. It's the 3rd annual Aloha Bowl, the 17th ranked Fighting Irish of Notre Dame, the 10th rated SMU Mustangs. Harry Callis, along with former Ram All-Pro wide receiver Jack Snow and former Chicago Bear All-Pro tackle George Cotter. For the Fighting Irish of Notre Dame offensively, for only the 4th time in the last 40 years, they had more passing yards than rushing yards. George, largely because of the sophomore quarterback, Steve Berline.
Steve Berline has thrown for 1,920 yards. He over 60% of completions, breaking a Notre Dame record. There he hits Alan Pinkin, and he's a good thrower. He doesn't run too well when he's rushed, though.
His leading receiver this year has been the All-American tight end, Mark Bavaro, the senior from Danvers, Massachusetts.
Well, Bavaro caught 32 passes this year. He's a big target, and once he gets the ball, he can run with it. He's also a good blocker for the Notre Dame rushing game.
Defensively for Notre Dame, the last several years, their leading tacklers have been the linebackers, and this year it's a sophomore, Mike Kovaleski, is the leading tackler.
Kovaleski was injured for a couple of games, but he'll be back in there. He has 108 tackles, and he'll help to try and stop that SMU rushing offense.
That dual tailback offense of SMU is going to demand great play from Notre Dame, from their linebackers, and besides Kovaleski, maybe another player to watch for the Fighting Irish is number 42, Mike Larkin.
Well, Mike Larkin came back after an injury this year. He steadies that Notre Dame defense, and another player back and is not starting is Tony Verjanik, another good linebacker.
They're going to have a big play offense to stop in the SMU Mustangs, who have a very prolific offense. They are led by their quarterback and all-Southwest Conference performer, Don King, who not only can throw very well, he also can run very well, Jack.
Absolutely. Don King has done a fantastic job this year for SMU. He came in and replaced Dan McElhaney, who was outstanding for SMU for the last 3 or 4 years. You watch King here. He's thrown for over 1,600 yards, but also he's run for over 400 yards and 4 touchdowns. He's a great leader. The coach has been very impressed with his leadership ability, and he may be the key in today's ball game for SMU.
When they do throw, which is not often, they get a lot of yards throwing. One of their big play receivers is Ron Moore.
Exactly. Ron Morris, number 23, hasn't caught a lot of passes. He's only caught 27 passes this year, but one thing he's done, he's averaged over 20 yards per catch. 4 touchdowns to go along with those 27 receptions, and we're going to look for him maybe to run a reverse now and then also.
Defensively, SMU at the linebacker position and the defensive backs are not real big, but they have great speed and they're very accurate.
Absolutely. They're very, very quick. Roderick Jones, number 1 right here. Now, you're going to see him pick a pass off here. Not a big guy, 6 foot, 164 pounds, has a nose for the ball. 55 tackles this year, which is pretty good for a quarterback. The entire defensive secondary, good athletes.
I think another player we might mention defensively for SMU is their awesome nose guard.
Oh, Jerry Ball, what can you say about him? Converted fullback in high school. The man is outstanding. He'll be wearing number 34. He'll be playing over Kelly, the offensive center for Notre Dame. He's active, and he will give Notre Dame's offense a lot of problems.
The key players in this afternoon's 3rd annual Aloha Bowl, and we'll be back with the comments from the opposing coaches for this afternoon's game right after this.
Wait.
He hates to wait.
Well, you have to wait. So sorry.
Avis knows how frustrating it is to wait for your rental car. That's why we invented the Wizard number, so you can go right from your plane to the Avis bus.
I hate to wait.
We'll get you on your way and into your car fast. We know you hate to wait, so from reservation to return,
I hate to wait. He hates to wait.
we're trying harder, faster.
I hate to wait.
You're looking at America's favorite work clothes. More men wear Dickies work sets than any other. Women, too. From pants to coveralls. From shirts to shoes to underwear. From gloves to socks to outerwear. Dickies makes everything in work clothes. But who says you have to work in them?
I'm not here to tell you the effects of drugs. You and I know that drug abuse can ruin your life. I'm here to tell you about saying no. It takes a lot of courage to say no to drugs, especially when they tell you it's a real trip. A jump off a tall building's a real trip, too. You start real high and you fall real fast. The end's the same. You lose out on life. Say no to drugs. Drugs make losers out of users.
The preceding message provided by the NCAA.
Strength, pride, tradition. For centuries, the Clydesdales have been known as a special breed. Today, the Clydesdales symbolize Budweiser's dedication to quality, superior ingredients, exclusive beechwood aging, and a distinctively clean, crisp taste only Budweiser can offer. quality taste, because this Bud's for you.
Back at the Aloha Bowl in Honolulu, Hawaii, where Notre Dame takes on SMU. For the Fighting Irish of Notre Dame, they finished the season 7-4 under Gerry Faust, including 4 straight wins at the end of the season. The second straight bowl game Coach Faust is in, and we ask him if he does anything differently in bowl games.
Well, I think what most coaching staffs do, you play with what you've been successful with during the year, and I think those are really the key ingredients. If you've been doing some things well, you try to stay with those. You add a few wrinkles, both offensively and defensively, according to what they present to you offensively and defensively. But basically, I think you stay with the things that got you there and try to perfect them, and then add a few wrinkles, both offensively and defensively, to help yourself in a situation with a different opponent.
SMU has had the best record of any college team in the last 4 years with a dual tailback system. How do you stop SMU?
Well, it's going to be a difficult task, and they have a lot of talent. They're a very physical football team. They're a very quick football team, and they're a well-coached football team. So we have a big job ahead of us this afternoon, and so we're excited about it. We think that they're one of the stronger football teams we've played and one of the quicker football teams we've played, and it'll be a real challenge for us, and we're excited about it.
Coach Faust and the Irish had adversity this year. They were 3-4. They won the last 4. The adversity's over. Coach Faust likes to win. He's got his Irish ready.
Bobby Collins, the head coach of SMU, is in his 3rd year. He came as head coach the hard way after 20 years as an assistant. They have that dual tailback system. We asked him if he plans to rush a lot this afternoon.
I think what we'd like to do in the ball game offensively would be to utilize our wide receivers a little bit more, and that would mean going to the air a few more times in the course of the ball game. Certainly, we're going to take Reggie Dupart and Jeff Atkins, and we're going to run the football with them. But if we can take advantage of Ronald Morris and Marquise Pleasant and Jeffrey Jacobs and Bobby Leach at the wide receiver position and mix it up, I think it would give us a better opportunity to move the football and hopefully to score some points. So I think you'll see us throwing the football a little bit more in this ball game and certainly mixing it up, runs and passes, just a little bit more.
He wants to throw the ball a little bit more, Harry. I think he will. He'll probably put the ball in the air 20 to 25 times a game, but he's not going to forget those 2 tailbacks that he's got. They're going to run.
We'll be back with more pregame comments and also the toss of the coin right after this.
Even the most careful driver can have an accident, and that can wreck your insurance. But at Safeco, we won't raise your rates if you have an accident when you have our penalty-proof insurance. So check the yellow pages for your independent Safeco agent and get a free insurance checkup. You'll come out miles ahead. Safeco, where careful people save.
The National Association of Collegiate Directors of Athletics is an organization serving more than 2,000 members of the collegiate athletic community. Because its members share common problems and opportunities, NACTA conducts management seminars which focus on contemporary and long-range strategies. State-of-the-art business technology is keeping collegiate athletic departments in step with the times through NACTA.
Game is being brought to you by Ford and your Ford dealer. Have you driven a Ford lately? And by Budweiser. For all you do, this Bud's for you. And by Sony, the one and only. And by Daly's Juice Products, who remind you there's a Daly's treat for everyone. And by Sheraton Hotels in Hawaii, with 13 hotels in the best locations on every major island. And by Amoco. Expect more from Amoco. We go that extra mile. Back at Aloha Stadium in Honolulu, Hawaii, the Fighting Irish of Notre Dame and the Mustangs of SMU in the 3rd annual Aloha Bowl. Close to a sellout this afternoon, 45,000 plus, as the Fighting Irish come out of the tunnel at Aloha Stadium. Their 2nd consecutive bowl for Notre Dame. They'll be followed out by the Mustangs of SMU. Overall, Notre Dame appearing in their 12th bowl. They are 8-3 in bowl play. Here come the Mustangs of SMU. They are appearing in their 11th bowl. Their all-time record in bowl games: 4 wins, 4 losses, and 1 tie. Coached by Bobby Collins in his 3rd year after Bobby spent 7 years at Southern Mississippi. Mustangs, Southwest Confernce champions, ranked 10th in the nation, and they finished the year at 9 wins and 2 losses. Lone losses coming to Texas and Houston. The officials are all from the Big 8 Conference, and they are meeting at midfield with the captains for Notre Dame. It's John Carney, Joe Johnson, Mike Golick, and Larry Williams. Jackson and Anderson, the co-captains. Let's go down and pick up the official. Vance Carlson, the referee.
Gentlemen, I want to congratulate you as the captain for representing 2 of the finest football teams in the country. We want you to know, as officials from the Big 8 Conference, that we consider it an extreme privilege to work this football game. Best of luck to both of you. All right, you'll call the coin. Notre Dame is a visiting team. If I drop the coin, I will throw it up again, this being heads and this being tails. Call it in the air, please. Heads. Did you understand that he called heads? And it is heads. You may take the first half or the second half. You're taking the first half, and you chose to receive.
We're kicking off.
You're kicking off.
We're kicking off once the time just goes.
All right, would you turn around this way, please? Notre Dame wins the toss and is elected to receive. Captain, shake hands. We'll start the game in 1 minute, Mac.
So Notre Dame has won the toss. They will receive at the mouth end of the stadium. SMU kicking off from the Mackay end, and we'll be back with the opening kickoff right after this. Back at Aloha Stadium, 3rd annual Aloha Bowl. The officials are all from the Big 8 Conference. Referee is Vance Carlson. The weather is perfect this afternoon, 77 degrees. Wind not much of a factor. Trade winds at 12 miles per hour. And doing the kicking is going to be Tomas Esteve, a junior from Brownsville, Texas for SMU. The deep men for Notre Dame are Tim Brown along with Alonzo Jefferson. And the 3rd annual Aloha Bowl is underway as Esteve gets the kickoff toward Tim Brown in the end zone. Brown is going to return it 2 yards deep. Tim Brown, some blocking. Brown up to the 30, knocked out of bounds on the sideline. At the 35-yard line by Darrell Reese. First down, Notre Dame.
Well, Timmy Brown started out his career this year against Purdue, and he fumbled the opening kickoff, and Purdue recovered, and they went on to score 3 points, but not this time. Timmy Brown got a good return before Reese threw him out.
There we see the officials for this afternoon's Aloha Bowl game, all of them from the Big 8 Conference. 1st and 10 Notre Dame. They have the ball at the 35-yard line, their own 35, after a fine return by freshman Tim Brown. Notre Dame offensively, you see the kind of numbers they have put up this season. Points 25.4, and they have had more passing yards than rushing, which is unusual for Notre Dame. Steve Berline is the sophomore quarterback for the Fighting Irish. Chris Smith and Alan Pinkett are the running backs behind Berline. Play action. Berline going to put it up in the air. Little screen. He has Chris Smith to the 40, up to the 45. First down. He's upended at the 46-yard line by Keith Brooks. It'll be first down, Notre Dame. A screen on the first offensive play.
Well, Larry Williams, 75, gets out. See, he bumps his man, and then he gets out in front. Watch number 75, and he puts a block on T.D. Briggs. There you see the block on Roderick Jones there, and good yardage on the opening play of pass.
First and 10, Notre Dame. They have it at their own 46-yard line. Berline calls the signals for the Irish. 7 and 4. Alan Pinkett, his first carry. Gets a couple, and that's about all to the 48-yard line. Alan Pinkett was the ball carrier. Not a whole lot of running room. Pinkett. He's the leading rusher, of course, for Notre Dame, the All-American junior tailback. As we look at the offensive skill positions, leading receiver is Mark Bavaro. The offensive line averaging 6'5" and 272.5 pounds per man. It'll be a second down and 7 call. Give Pinkett 3 yards. The ball at the 49, their own 49. Alan Pinkett trying to get outside. Does inside SMU territory to the 45 of SMU before Keith Brooks makes the hit. But Pinkett picks up 6 yards. It'll be 3rd and 1. Defensively for SMU, the player to watch on the defensive line, Gerry Faust. He led the Mustangs in tackles with 97. The linebackers are not real big. They're very quick, led by outside linebacker Anthony Beverly. And the defensive secondary also has great quickness. 3rd down and 1 call facing Berline. They have the ball at the SMU 45-yard line. They'll operate from the power I as Mark Brooks is coming in an extra fullback. Alan Pinkett, first down and then some. Inside the Mustang 40 to the 38-yard line of SMU. Finally dragged down by nose guard Jerry Ball.
And Alan Pinkett ran right behind his 2 big fullbacks, Chris Brown and Mark Brooks. And they got a good block on Roderick Jones, who is only 6 foot, 164. They got him to the outside right there. And Pinkett picked up the yardage for the first down.
Shows you Jerry Ball's lateral pursuit. The nose guard made the tackle upfield. 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line of SMU. Pass to Joe Howard, in and out of his grasp, defending on the play. Reggie Phillips for SMU. It'll be 2nd down and 10, Notre Dame. They have it at the Mustang 38-yard line. We're in the first quarter. 12:44 remaining to be played in the first quarter. 0-0. Notre Dame taking the opening kickoff. And they have moved it to the Mustang 38-yard line.
Harry, we're talking about the defense for SMU. They play what we call a 34 defense. That's 3 down linemen and 4 linebackers. The ball is very active in there. The object of the down lineman is to keep the offensive lineman from getting to the linebackers. Keep them free there in the middle. Let them go back and forth, side to side, and make a lot of tackles.
2nd down and 10 call for Berline. Handoff, Pinkett, a gaping hole. Alan Pinkett inside the 30 to the 28. He's very close to a first down. He was finally brought down by T.D. Briggs along with Tim Green.
Tim Scannell, the offensive left guard, 54, gets a big block on Kit Case. They're going to the outside. They're going to the side where Joe Phillips is, the 6'4", 280-pound defensive tackle. He does not have the speed to the outside. You see him, he's way in over the middle. There's the good block. And Pinkett with good speed tries to go to the outside, cuts up, and another first down.
Pinkett 26 yards on 4 carries. Gets the call again. Runs into his offensive lineman. Runs into another offensive lineman. And then runs into blue SMU jerseys. And he is stopped for no gain. It'll be a 2nd down. And, well, they'll give him a yard on the play. It'll be a 2nd down and 9 call for Berline. T.D. Briggs calling the defensive signals. Number 34 is Gerry Faust, who led SMU in tackles. He also had 15 in tackles for losses and 4 sacks. Very rare for a nose guard to lead a team in tackles.
Well, and he pushed Mike Kelly, the big offensive center back for Notre Dame, about 3 yards and stacked up that last play.
2nd down and 9. Handoff Pinkett. Pinkett dives inside the 20 to the 19-yard line. He'll be short of a first down by about a yard. Finally stopped by T.D. Briggs. It'll be 3rd down and 1 for Notre Dame.
Notre Dame getting off the ball very, very well. There's Chris Smith coming up the middle. There he gets a block on 44. Pinkett can pick his holes. He likes to run behind that big offensive line. He's only 5'9". He hides behind him. He picks his hole and turns on a burst of speed.
Bobby Collins, Mustang coach, looking on a third down and a long one for Notre Dame at the 19-yard line of SMU. Chris Smith in motion. That's a block from Brooks, but a fine defensive play by blitzing free safety Tim Green of SMU. Stopping Pinkett for a loss, and Notre Dame will bring on the field goal unit.
Show you the speed of Tim Green. He came from the offside and caught Pinkett from behind.
John Carney has had an outstanding year as the field goal kicker for Notre Dame, 17 for 19. As long a 48-yarder, this will be a 37-yard attempt. Mike Viricola will hold. Kevin Kelly will snap. Ball is spotted. Carney's kick is certainly long enough, and it is wide, however, wide to the right, and not good. And Notre Dame, after an impressive drive, comes up with no points. A timeout of the action with a score, Notre Dame nothing, SMU nothing. We'll be back right after this.
The most advanced Cadillac ever is here, and it's at Odette Cadillac in West Bloomfield. For only $322.22 a month, you can lease a sleek 1985 Cadillac Coupe de Ville. Imagine yourself driving in luxury for just $322.22 a month with no down payment. There's no reason to settle for anything less than an Odette Cadillac. Visit Odette Cadillac on Orchard Lake at the end of Northwestern Highway. From Odette Cadillac.
The new O'Kine Resort Realty is professionally serving people's distinctive vacation and investment needs. We're now featuring Anglers Cove, a new scenic waterfront hotel condominium with an international quality and reservation system. Enchanting Marco Island, the home of Anglers Cove, is located on the southern tip of Florida's Gulf Sun coast. Marco offers an unparalleled escape to a tropical, carefree atmosphere. Call O'Kine Resort Realty. Great.
Sunday, follow the evolution of pro football. Big Game America brings you the plays and players who made history. Sunday on ESPN.
10:15 to play in the first quarter. Nothing. Notre Dame's drive halted as Carney misses a 37-yard field goal. SMU offensively, you see their numbers. Their quarterback is Don King, junior all Southwest Conference selection. King's going to put it in the air on the very first down. Wide open up the middle to the 30, stumbling to the 46-yard line. An SMU first down.
It's a great call by Bobby Collins coming out of the chute, first down. It's going to be a little rollout play action right here. Now you watch number 8, Hashway. He's going to sit in there, hold up 3 counts, and release right across the middle. And there he is. All the linebackers from Notre Dame have dropped deep to cover downfield. Defensive backs are chasing, going into his zone. Hashway, nice catch. Look at it again right here. Good job by Don King. It's only the 3rd catch of the year for Hashway, but it comes at a very opportune time.
Don't use their fullbacks that much, but they did there. Here's the brilliant tailback, Reggie Dupard, for a first down. SMU at the 43-yard line of Notre Dame, a gain of 11. Reggie Dupard. There you see the backs and receivers for SMU. Reggie Dupard, of course, is their leader. He rushed for 1,160 yards and 16 rushing touchdowns. The line is as big as Notre Dame, 6'5", 272 they average. It'll be 1st and 10 SMU at the 43-yard line. Here's Dupard again, and Dupard is stacked up by the outside linebacker, Robert Banks. There you see the defense led by Mike Gann, fine defensive lineman for Notre Dame. Linebackers, Mike Kovaleski, the leading tackler, and Mike Larkin, a big play man. And the defensive secondary led by tri-captain Joe Johnson. Reggie Dupard on the last carry had to leave the game. He left limping. Might be a factor as we look at Gerry Faust, Jeff Atkins, part of the dual tailback system, taking his place. King rolling out, looking upfield, way over the head of his intended receiver. His intended receiver was Marquise Pleasant, the split end to sophomore. It'll be 3rd down and an 8th call for SMU at the Notre Dame 43-yard line. 41-yard line.
Look at Jim Higgins right there, Harry. He's going over the offensive line, some adjustments on how to handle those linebackers because of their quickness.
Jeff Jacobs is coming into split end spot for SMU. He goes wide to the left, wide to the right is Ron Morris. Hashaway and Atkins are the running backs for SMU on a 3rd down and 9 call. Play action. A lot of times. Screen to Atkins. Atkins inside the 30 to the 25-yard line. 1st down SMU. A well-devised screen by the Mustangs.
Another great call by Bobby Collins. He's going to take advantage of that big rush of Notre Dame front 4. Their down lineman. Watch it right here. He's going to take a little quick to the fullback in there. He's going to drop back. Now watch the line move to your left right there. You're going to see 51. It's going to get a great block. Also number 67 in there, Andrew Campbell. That big 32, Jeff Atkins just sets right under behind him, heads upfield, gets those shoulders going north and south. Good running, good play call.
Finally brought down at the 25-yard line of Notre Dame. 1st and 10 SMU. Here's a pitch back to Atkins. Stopped in his tracks by Pat Ballage at the 21-yard line after a pickup of around 4 by Jeff Atkins, the sophomore tailback.
Well, Ballage played off his blocker very well. He kept him under control and came up and made a good tackle on Atkins.
Here's Reggie Dupard, who rushed for 1,160 yards, had to leave the field after his last carry, replaced by Atkins, but he appears to be all right.
They're going to check him out, and if there's any need, they'll retape that ankle for him, get him back in there full strength.
It's a 2nd down and 6 call for SMU, and Don King. King handoff to Atkins. Atkins bounces his way to the 13-yard line of 1st down SMU. Part of that very effective dual tailback system, Jeff Atkins and Reggie Dupard.
Watch Atkins right here now. He's looking for the block. He's going to come in there, boom, jump in there. Watch him keep going. Now he makes a good spin. Good backs do that. Keep their feet moving. Don't let your feet get stuck in the ground, because that's how you get knee injuries. Atkins does a good job. He's averaging 5 yards a carry, so he's also an outstanding back for SMU.
The Notre Dame defensively, they are 12th in the nation in pass defense. It's the 1st and 10 SMU at the 13-yard line. Inside handoff, Kobe Morrison, the fullback. Morrison, just a freshman from Dallas, Texas, and he gets to the 10-yard line, a pickup of around 3. It'll be 2nd down, 7 SMU. Both teams impressive drives in their first possession. Notre Dame coming up short on a missed 37-yard field goal. SMU at the Irish 10-yard line.
And Bobby Collins throwing to Hashaway and Morrison early in the game. They both only caught 2 passes going into the game.
2nd down, 7 call for Don King. Here's Atkins. Atkins gets a grudging 2 or 3 yards before he's stacked up at around the 7-yard line. Getting up off the bottom of the pile, Mike Kovaleski along with Tony Perjanik. Ball spotted at the 7, where it'll bring on a 3rd down and a long 4. Jeff Jacobs comes in with a play from the bench. Marquise Pleasant comes out for SMU. Gerry Faust in his 4th year at Notre Dame. His 2nd straight bowl game, having won the Liberty Bowl last year. Big 3rd down call, option play. Atkins running outside. Touchdown SMU. A pitch back from Don King to Jeff Atkins, who had 6 rushing touchdowns during the season. Atkins, a sophomore from Fort Worth, Texas.
You watch Don King right here. Now, this is what he does so well. It's the option. Come down, draw the defensive man in. Now, what happens, he gets a good block here from 88 Albert Reese. That's the key when you run that option. You got to get a good block on that defensive end, force that linebacker to cover the quarterback, and then pitch that ball out to your tailback. Great execution. Excuse me, Harry. That's great execution by SMU.
Randy Brownlee will attempt the extra point. Dodge Carter to hold. Snap is good. The kick is in the air, and it is good. And SMU has scored first in the 3rd annual Aloha Bowl. There's a timeout of the action with the score. SMU 7, Notre Dame nothing. We'll be back right after this.
You can go anywhere, search the world over, but when it comes...
SMU over Notre Dame with 6:07 to go in the 1st quarter. We want to remind you that the broadcast cablecast rights to this game are granted by the Aloha Bowl Committee to TCS Metro Sports. Any rebroadcast or other use of this telecast without written consent is prohibited. The announcers on this telecast have been hired and paid for by TCS Metro Sports in consultation with the Aloha Bowl Committee. Tomas Esteve will kick off again for SMU. The deep men for Notre Dame. Tim Brown on the far side, Alonzo Jefferson on the near side as we look at the SMU scoring drive.
We got 78 yards, 10 plays, 4 minutes. That's good ball control. They started the game off with the pass like we thought they would, or like Collins had talked about, but what got him in the end zone? That option. King
Option
coming.
play got him in the end zone. They use their fullbacks.
That's right, exactly. They use those. Great job, great game plan so far for SMU.
There's Alonzo Jefferson, one of the deep men for Notre Dame. Timmy Brown, the other one. And Tomas Esteve to kick off. Report on Reggie Dupart, who had to leave the game. He has a slightly sprained left ankle. He is expected to return to the game. With that dual tailback system of SMU, you really don't miss too much when one of them leaves the game, as Jeff Atkins so aptly displayed in the first SMU drive. 7-0 Mustangs. Esteve comes down on the ball. Driving kickoff. This will not be run back. And Notre Dame will have it in play after the kickoff, trailing 7-0 is Esteve. A good kickoff.
Let's watch a touchdown here again on Atkins. Watch King as he comes down the line. His timing has got to be perfect, which it is. He flips that ball out there. You get a block on the linebacker from Notre Dame on the left side. Now it's a foot race to the corner, puts his head down and gets inside there. Good job of running.
Ball was kicked outside the end zone, so Notre Dame will start 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line. Berline has Chris Smith and Alan Pinkett as his running backs. On a 1st and 10 from their own 30, trailing 7-0. 6:07 to play, first quarter. Play action. Drills it up the middle to Joe Howard. Small wonder, a first down at the 46-yard line of Notre Dame. He was stopped by Tim Green.
Well, Berline was very patient on that pass play. He waited, he faked play action. That's the second time now Notre Dame has passed on the first down from the end zone. Pinkett faking up the middle, faking a screen there. He waited for Small wonder to hit the middle in a good pass and reception.
Pick up a 16, 1st and 10 Notre Dame. They have it at their own 46-yard line. 7-0 SMU. First quarter of the Aloha Bowl. Alan Pinkett on a misdirection has some running room over the 50 into SMU territory to the 48-yard line before Kip Case and Reggie Phillips finally drop him. But substantial yardage picked up by Alan Pinkett. He reels off 6. It'll bring out a 2nd down and 4.
SMU's defensive coordinator, Bill Clay, has got him pegged pretty good, has Notre Dame's offense, because he's gone into a zone defense, a double zone where the corners roll up. Both times in 1st down and ball possessions. Excellent job to put that corner in there to make a good tackle.
Wideouts are freshman Reggie Ward on the right. On the left is Tim Brown. Back to throw Berline. Good protection. Now it closes on him. He can run the ball, and he's going to run the ball for a 1st down. Ball pops loose. But it was blown dead at the 36-yard line of SMU. Ron Anderson and Kit Case making the tackle. Ball popped loose, but it was blown dead as Berline rushes for a 1st down to the Mustang 36.
Berline has plenty of time here, plenty of time. He gets a little rush there. He gets to the outside. He might throw it there to Pinkett, but there's 2 men covering. I said at the top of the show he's not noted for his running, but he ran very well there and got a 1st down before the ball was blown dead.
1st and 10, Irish. They have it at the 36-yard line of SMU. Berline calling the signals. Milt Jackson is into the wideout. Berline going to throw. He wants Milt Jackson deep, and he overshoots his intended receiver. Milt Jackson, who was well defended on the play by Reggie Phillips, the right cornerback, a senior from Houston, Texas. Really 2nd and 10 Notre Dame.
Good coverage by number 5, Reggie Phillips, because he's the one who's responsible for that play. He forced the receiver inside, Milt inside. Milt wanted to run a corner route, and that's where Berline threw it, but unfortunately he couldn't get it to him.
2nd down and 10 Notre Dame at the SMU 36-yard line. Brown is wide to the left. Reggie Ward is wide to the right. Chris Smith and Alan Pinkett, the running backs. Berline calling the signals. Alan Pinkett gets the handoff. Alan Pinkett inside the 35 to the 33 or 32-yard line before he is dropped. Brought down by Briggs.
Watch Gerry Ball here now. He's playing the nose
Gerry
for
Ball,
SMU.
yeah, he's right there.
They're doing a good job. Larry Williams, as you can see, keeps him up, keeps him out of the play. He comes in there late and does make the tackle. Now, Ball's, what he's been doing, what SMU has been doing with Gerry Ball, they've been playing him on hit on the center. They've been playing him in an offset position, over the guard one play, over the guard the other play. They don't want anybody to get a reading on him. Maybe take two guys, double team him, and keep him out of the backfield.
So far, Larry Williams has done a good job negating Gerry Ball. Third down call for Burline. Hit from behind by Anthony Beverly, the big play man for SMU. And Burline is sacked back at the 37. Brings out a 4th down and 11.
Kit Case, one of the linebacker, comes over the top, and he gets blocked. But then Anthony Beverly leads the team in tackles with 6. He comes from the outside and behind and sacks Burline.
Mike Viricola will be called in to punt. He's a senior from Dallas, Texas. Viricola, grad student at Notre Dame. Hits the official, but it goes into the end zone. He was trying to drop it inside the 10, but did not execute it that way, and the ball will go to SMU on their 20-yard line, a 36-yard punt. There's a timeout in the action at the Aloha Bowl with the score, SMU 7, Notre Dame nothing. We'll be back right after this.
All across the country, every day, USFNG insures you. Your work, your home, your play.
The USF&G and the USA. USF&G insures your business, home, auto, and life. You'll find USF&G at 6,000 independent agencies across the USA.
Protecting what you value and insuring your way. The USF&G and the USA.
Get a good look at the first Nissan Maxima SE and find a lot of car. An all-new fuel-injected 3-liter V6 engine, track-stable front-wheel drive, electrically adjustable shocks, more performance than you'll ever need. The new Nissan Maxima SE. A car built to perform on the track is a lot of car for the road.
Come alive, come alive. Major motion from Nissan.
It's your Datsun dealer.
When you get on 20-yard line, King inside handoff to his fullback, Kobe Morrison. Very little there. Morrison gets about a yard, not much more. Mike Gannon on the bottom of the pile for Notre Dame. Morrison is only a freshman, 5'11", 203 pounds, out of Dallas, Texas. There are a lot of Dallas players, 23 of them on Bobby Collins' squad, including 11 from Highland Park High School. Second down and 9 call for King. Again, the fullback, Kobe Morrison, gets over the 25 to the 26-yard line, where he's piled up at the 26. Robert Banks, one of the linebackers, in on the bottom of the pile, along with Mike Gann again. We'll bring on a 3rd down and 4 call for the Mustangs. Marquise Pleasant comes in at a wide receiver spot. Jeff Jacobs comes out for SMU. Reggie Dupard, who was injured early in the game, coming back from the SMU dressing room and appears to be all right and probably will return to action. 3rd down and 4 call for SMU. Here's Atkins. Atkins hit by Banks, but he still gets a 1st down over the 30 to the 31-yard line. Atkins with good effort. Set a Southwest Conference freshman record for rushing by a freshman, 973 yards.
You watch Atkins here. Now, he's just looking for a little seam. All he wants to do is find the seam and pop it, which he does, right in there behind Chris Jackson, Andrew Campbell, and Mike Edson, the 2 big guards and the big center for SMU. Nothing spectacular this whole series so far, just straight-ahead football. Pop, 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 pop.
5 carries, 27 yards for Atkins, including a touchdown. King's going to throw, and he undershoots his intended receiver. He wanted Ron Morris, but threw it short of Morris. It'll be a 2nd down and 10 call for SMU from their own 31.
But Pat Ballage had Ron Morris covered very well, and I think King, the quarterback, was afraid of an interception. He threw the ball into the ground intentionally.
That'll be a 2nd down and 10 call for King. We have 1:31 left to play in the first quarter. SMU leading 7-0. Fans from all over the country here for the 3rd annual Aloha Bowl. King pitch back to Atkins. Atkins up over the 40 to the 42-yard line. He has a first down on a pickup of 10 by Jeff Atkins. Again, the option play, well directed by quarterback Don King.
Watch it again here now. King's going to come in here. He's going to start right down the line of scrimmage. His tailback. He always knows where Atkins is. He flips it out. Good blocking there by SMU. They get that linebacker down. Once you do that, it makes it very, very tough on the defense. That linebacker for Notre Dame, Banks, I believe, he's got to force that ball a little bit quicker and take on that blocker.
Great block by the tight end, Albert Reese. It'll be 1st and 10 SMU at their own 41-yard line. Mustangs lead 7-0. King rolling out, looking upfield, going for the bundle. It is incomplete. A penalty marker down on the play. It'll be a penalty on Pat Ballage. Interference against Ron Morris, the sophomore flanker. So Ballage is going to be called for interference. Under the new college rule, since the pass went more than 15 yards, the penalty will not carry all the way to the point of the interference, but instead it will be marked off as 15 yards to the Notre Dame 44-yard line. It's a new college rule this year, and first time we've seen it called.
There you see right, you just saw Ballage just pops in right there and knocks Morris out of bounds. You can't do that. The one thing I noticed Ballage does when he's covering deep is he never turns around to find the ball. You keep your eyes on that receiver. Sometimes it's difficult because you don't know where the ball is. An inadvertent bump, and you got a flag right now, and there's a perfect example of it.
1st and 10 SMU at the 44-yard line of Notre Dame. Mustangs lead by a score of 7-0. In motion, Albert Reese, the tight end. Now he sets up on the other side. On the option, here's Atkins, gets a great block again, bowls his way over Ballage and inside the 33 to the 32, and there's a penalty marker down on the play. Boy, that was a great effort. He carried Ballage about 3-4 yards after the initial hit.
He did. I'll tell you who else made a great block. It was number 23, Ron Morris, from his outside receiver position. He came back inside and cracked in on one of those big Notre Dame linebackers and knocked him down hard.
Let's pick up the penalty.
You watch Kovalevsky 49. Now what's going to happen is Morris is going to come right down the line right there. Whoppo, bang. He just gets his attention real quick. I think that's Reese making the block there, but also Morris comes in up at the top and takes one of the defenders for Notre Dame down. That's what creates the seam in there. Great execution by the Mustangs.
A penalty against SMU.
Well, 88 Albert Reese, who's been a Trojan out there blocking.
The hand on the offense. 5-yard penalty. Down remains the same. First down.
5-yard penalty from the point of infraction. The down remains the same, so the ball is at the Notre Dame 38-yard line. Gerry Faust wants an explanation of the call. They move the yardstick to the 38. Down remains the same. So it happened at the point of the infraction, and SMU ends up getting 6 yards total on the play, bringing up a 1st and 4.
Not bad. That's a pretty good situation to be in, Harry. You'd like to have that 1st down and 4. So many things you can do with it.
Bobby Leach, the miracle man for SMU, is into the wideout. He is wide to the left. King, inside handoff to his fullback Hashaway, and he drives close to the 1st down to the Notre Dame 33-yard line. Hashaway, 5'11", 194-pound junior from Pittsburgh, Texas.
It's going to be a little bit short. It's going to be 2nd and less than 1. This is a great play action down. You can do so many things from here. Fake that fullback into the line, fake your option down the line, step back and throw that ball.
Bring in Ron Morris, who averages 20 and 5/10 yards per catch at a wideout spot. 3rd in career yardage at SMU, behind only Emmanuel Tolbert and Jerry Levias. They're going to go for the 1st down, and they get it easily on the inside handoff to the Notre Dame 32-yard line. That'll be 1st and 10 SMU at the Irish 32. The Mustangs lead 7-0 with seconds remaining in the 1st quarter at the 3rd annual Aloha Bowl. 10th ranked the Mustangs of SMU, 17th rated the Irish of Notre Dame. SMU is going to let the clock run down to end the 1st quarter, and they'll start 1st and 10 when the 2nd quarter begins from the Notre Dame 31.5-yard line. So that's the end of the 1st quarter of action at the 3rd annual Aloha Bowl. The score, SMU 7, Notre Dame 0. We'll be back right after this.
know, those times when the kids are pestering you for something to drink. Driving you crazy. Why not give them something new? Something economical and refreshing.
Give them Harvest Fresh. It's a new citrus punch that's blended from the juices of oranges, tangerines, and grapefruit. Harvest Fresh is ready to drink right out of the bottle. Just pour and enjoy it. Pick up a half-gallon or two of economical Harvest Fresh today.
Here you go, Mom.
TWA Flight 7 to Los Angeles. Heavy weather ahead. And where are the pilots? Watching television. Not just any television, a Sony. Sony's critically accurate Trinitron system was adapted for onboard weather radar because you can't afford the slightest variation on a color radar screen. So no matter what you're watching, shouldn't you choose Sony? Otherwise, who knows what you might miss?
If you have old drafty windows on your home, CoolVent can replace them quickly and easily. Details are in this free CoolVent energy-saving information kit, and getting yours is as easy as picking up the phone and calling the telephone number on your screen. If you're a homeowner, that's all it takes to get CoolVent's energy-saving information kit to your mailbox with no cost or obligation. No one will come to your home. The answers to your window problems are in this kit, as well as this money-saving coupon from CoolVent. You'll also receive the homeowner's guide to choosing windows and all the details on CoolVent's exclusive window benefits, including burglar-resistant key locks for added protection and 3 panes of glass with solar shield tinting on the exterior pane for maximum energy efficiency. Your free kit also includes full-color brochures on the many CoolVent replacement window styles, such as the double hung and the casement. CoolVent's free energy-saving information kit has benefited thousands of homeowners just like you. So to make sure you get yours, call right now. Then watch for it in the mail. It's free with no obligation from CoolVent.
Notre Dame 7-0. Harry Callis with George Connor and Jack Snow. It'll be 1st and 10 for SMU. The Irish 31 as we look at the yards gained in the first quarter. The Mustangs 117. Notre Dame 77. Here's the option play. There's Atkins, and Atkins has just set an Aloha Bowl record already in the game for most yards rushing in the Aloha Bowl. It was previously held by Jock Robinson of Washington in 1982. Atkins reeling off 8 yards on this option play.
Watch it again here. Now here he comes down the line with the option. The key here at 23, Ron Morris outside, blocks on Ballage, and it allows Atkins to jump up inside the hole. That's tough. Notre Dame has got to do a better job of forcing that, getting rid of the ball, and coming up quicker to stop that pitch.
Atkins with an Aloha Bowl record gets the call again, and Atkins runs outside. He's dropped to the 21, but he appears to have the necessary 2 yards for the first down. Reggie Dupart injured early.
Yeah, Mike Gann playing the whole game. Notre Dame substituting on defense. Watch him play off a blocker. He's strong. He comes back in, but he's taken to the outside. And he gets into the tackle.
Along with Rick DiBernardo. It is a 1st and 10, however, for SMU. They have it at the Notre Dame 21-yard line. Pleasant is wide to the left, and wide to the right is David Adamson, a sophomore from Dallas. 1st and 10 Mustangs at the 21 of Notre Dame. There was a little movement. Here's a pitch back and a juggle by Atkins. He wisely covers the ball at the 29-yard line, but a loss on the play of 8 yards.
Jerry, I think he just lost the Hula Bowl rushing record. Let's watch it, or Aloha Bowl, I'm sorry. Let's watch it right here. He's not watching the ball all the way, and he never gets the handle. He has it there, but he never has control of the ball. Big pursuit. Here comes Gann, big 78 coming in. He's going to pounce on him. Smart thing, though, that Atkins does, he does fall on the ball. Don't try to pick it up.
I think it was a bad pitch, Jack. It didn't look like it was into the hands there.
Wasn't too bad, George. What happened, though, is that you get so used to taking that pitch from your quarterback as you wind up taking it without really looking at it or honing in on it. And I think that's what happened that time. Atkins really didn't hone in on it.
2nd down, 18 for SMU at the 29-yard line of Notre Dame. Back to throw King. Lofts it way over the head of Atkins, his intended receiver. And it'll be a 3rd down and 19 for the Mustangs.
Well, Eric Dorsey's in there at nose guard, and he played off. He was looking for the back coming out of the backfield, Atkins, and he had him covered.
King passing there, you see his season stats in the Aloha Bowl. He's 3 for 5 for 40 yards. SMU leading 7-0, 13:08 to play in the first half on a 3rd down and 19, or rather 18 call for Don King. King straight back again, has some time, over the middle, wide open is Ron Morris inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. It's first down and goal, SMU.
It's a great pitch and catch, great route, nice throw. Notre Dame was in a zone defense, nothing spectacular. There's Ron Morris, 23. You're going to see Steve Lawrence, who's playing free safety for Notre Dame, number 23. He's deep in the hole. Morris is going to come from the right side of your screen. There's a big vacancy right in there. It's a good pass by King, who lays it over the linebackers and in front of the secondary.
First down, goal to go, SMU. The Mustangs leading 7-0, and they operate from the power I. On the option play, what a bone-jarring hit. It's covered by Atkins, but he's thrown for a big loss back at the 17-yard line as King was really rocked before he could pitch back to Atkins.
That was Robert Banks, the linebacker, came in there. King started to go one way, came the other, but Banks was charging all the time. A fumble, but Atkins covers it and tackled for a loss.
Tackled by Steve Lawrence, a sophomore from Ypsilanti, Michigan.
Well, you see King, he didn't know what hit him.
That's the best that they have played that option so far today. You know, Robert Banks was there to force it, and Joe Johnson, 27, was right up there into the backfield, a strong safety. That's what you have to do to shut it down.
Second down and goal now from the 17 for SMU. Movement on the line. Flags down all over the place. We'll see if it was Notre Dame jumping off or whether they were pulled off by motion or movement on the offensive line of SMU. Number 61, Chris Jackson, senior.
He's a little upset, Harry. He thinks they may have called the offensive line for SMU for something illegal, a little movement, a little interior movement.
But they did not. Instead, they're going to call it against Notre Dame. Offside's going to move the ball to the 12-yard line where the down will go over. It'll be second down and goal from the Irish 12. Gerry Faust thought the officials had changed their mind on the call.
On the defense, contact. Second down.
7-0 SMU. Is that a Cabbage Patch doll, George?
I'm not sure. I have two boys.
A replica of a Cabbage.
That's a Cabbage Patch doll, yes.
I know you have two dolls, but I mean two boys, but I thought you collected dolls yourself.
Jack Snow does.
Rolling out is King, looking upfield, right over the middle, wide open, fullback Hashaway, touchdown, rather Morrison, touchdown. Kobe Morrison, the fullback, found a seam, and he has an SMU touchdown, and the Mustangs have stunned Notre Dame.
You watch Don King again. It's a delayed crossing pattern to 47. Kobe Morrison, he lets the linebackers drop 12, 14 yards deep. He sneaks underneath him, catches a little flat flare pass, and in there for the touchdown.
So SMU has jumped to a 13-0 lead with a conversion coming up. We have 11:35 to play in the first half. Randy Brownlee will attempt the conversion. Hold will be Dodge Carter. Snapper is Dale Hellestray. It's up, and it is good. We have 11:35 to play in the first half. There's a timeout in the action with the score. SMU 14, Notre Dame nothing. We'll be back right after this. Tim Brown and Alonzo Jefferson, that's Jefferson number 3, are the deep men. Now Brandy Brownlee is going to kick off, and not Esteve. This is Brownlee. Brownlee gets the kick away. Tim Brown a couple of yards deep in the end zone. He'll try to bring it out again. Tim Brown, some running room. The freshman has only one man between him and the goal line. Tackled by that one man at the 47-yard line. And that one man was Frankie Thomas. Well, he's an exciting kickoff returner.
He took the opening kickoff and ran it back to the 35-yard line. He had it deep in the end zone here. He starts out to the left, and then he takes the defensive covering team down there, and then he makes a cut. He sees an opening there. There's a shoestring tackle that was missed. Had one man to beat, Frankie Thomas, but he played him off and made a sure tackle.
First and 10, Notre Dame. They have it at the SMU 47-yard line. Good field position, trailing 14-0. Alan Pinkett, the lone running back, gets the handoff. Pinkett trying to get to the short side of the field. Gets inside the 45 to about the 43, a gain of 3. Anthony Pepperly, the tackle.
Look at that scoring drive. 80 yards, 14 plays, another 6 minutes and 20 seconds. That's almost 11 minutes in their 2 scoring drives. Kingdom Morrison, 12-yard touchdown.
Let's watch Timmy Brown again. He sets up his defenders. Watch him cut back. He makes the cut right there. Gets away from Brownlee, who's not a good tackler. He's a kickoff man. And Frankie Thomas was there to make the tackle.
Touchdown-saving tackle for Thomas. It'll be 2nd down and 7 Notre Dame at the 43 of SMU. Gaping hole for Alan Pinkett. He's upended at the 32-yard line by Tim Green. On a 1st down, Notre Dame inside the 35 to the 32 of SMU.
Got a great block that time by 52, Sean Heffron. See him stopping right up the side. What do you do? Well, you're looking for a seam in there. When the back gets that ball, all he wants is a little area, but he had so much room in there. It was a fantastic job of blocking by the right side of the Notre Dame offensive line.
Joe Howard and Mills Jackson wide to the left. 2 tight ends. Bavara, one of them's a wing on the right side. That's Ricky Gray. Here's Alan Pinkett again. Cuts inside the block of Peppard and gets down to around the 26-yard line. Stopped by Monty Goen, junior linebacker from Tulsa, Oklahoma.
That's a new wrinkle for the Notre Dame offense, putting the tight end and another tight end behind him on the wing back. If they don't overshift to it, they've got a power formation there. If they overshift, then they run back to the weak side.
There's a quarterback for SMU, Don King, who's engineered 2 touchdown drives for the Mustangs. 2nd down and 4 for Notre Dame at the 26-yard line. Alan Pinkett has the 1st down to the 20-yard line of SMU. And Jerry Ball, the leading tackler for SMU, has been very quiet today.
He has been exceptionally quiet, which means you've got to give credit to the interior line for Notre Dame, in particular Mike Kelly, the center. There's Ball, number 34. Let's watch him here, right here. He comes off. Look at Williams, 75. He's in an offset position. It's an excellent job by Larry Williams. That's what you want. That's what you want to do to the opposition's best down lineman.
One-on-one, put him on the ground. Williams has done a great job negating Jerry Ball. It'll be 1st and 10 Notre Dame at the 20-yard line of SMU. Burline, quick pass, incomplete. It was intended for Mills Jackson. He was covered on the play by Roderick Jones. It'll be 2nd down and 10 Notre Dame at the 20-yard line of SMU. Notre Dame has moved the ball well from 20 to 20, but they have not been able to get any points on the board.
Exactly right. In key situations, as we look at Bobby Collins, now we're looking at Burline. Burline should have made that pass. The only difficulty about that is when you roll out to your left and you're a right-handed quarterback, it's extremely difficult to throw on the move. It's very, very difficult.
Burline had 140 completions this season, 3rd best in Notre Dame history. It's a 2nd down and 10 call for Notre Dame. And off to Pinkett, gets a block from Williams. Pinkett gets down to the 16-yard line before he is upended at the 16-yard line. And on the bottom of the pile, Joe Phillips along with T.D. Briggs.
Notre Dame shunning the pass, going with the run, trying to break Alan Pinkett on a long one. Now they're in 3rd and long.
Mark Brooks coming in. Ricky Gray is going out, and Joe Howard comes in with a play from the bench for Gerry Faust on a 3rd down and 6 call for the Irish at the SMU 16-yard line. Alan Pinkett lined up in a slot on the right this time. Burline's going to throw for it. Looking upfield, has great time. Launch one to the end zone. Great catch. Touchdown, Notre Dame. A great catch by Alan Pinkett, I believe, in the end zone. It was Pinkett. Touchdown, Notre Dame. Well, the Irish come right back. They're now trailing 14-6 as we look at it.
Well, Burline going on a quick count. He's got plenty of time. He has good blocking. He steps up there and he spots his man. He throws it high enough because the defender was there, and Pinkett goes up and really makes a great catch. That was thrown over Timmy Green from the end zone. Watch Pinkett go high. He's going over Timmy Green, the defender there, and a good touchdown pass.
Carney's extra point is up, and it is good. We have 8:26 left to play in the first half. As Notre Dame scoring on a touchdown pass to Alan Pinkett, who had 1 touchdown reception during the regular season. There's a timeout on the action with a score. SMU 14, Notre Dame 7. We'll be back right after this.
If something happened to your home, would you also get burned by your insurance? Not if you have Safeco's home replacement guarantee. It guarantees to replace your home for its full value, even at today's higher prices, no matter how much it costs. Home replacement guarantee. New from Safeco, where careful people save.
The ghosts of Christmas past. Gifts given, received, and forgotten. They end up worthless junk in the attic. But there is one gift that's almost always worth more. A gold or silver coin. This $10 gold piece is now worth thousands. This year, for the first time, you can give Olympic gold and silver coins from the U.S. Treasury. And Olympic coins will still be valued when other gifts are collecting dust in the attic. Available at many locations, or call this number toll-free for information.
At Aloha Stadium, where Notre Dame has put points on the board, SMU leading 14-7, the Irish scoring drive.
Yeah, 47 yards, 7 plays. It only took a little under 3 minutes, but a great throw and a great catch.
Great reception by Alan Pinkett. Tim Green really had good coverage on him.
He was all over him.
John Carney will kick off for Notre Dame. Kobe Morrison, Frankie Thomas, and Donald Allen, the deep man. This is Kobe Morrison at the goal line. Kobe Morrison has some room up the middle. Finally stopped by Haywood at the 35-yard line of SMU. A good run back by Kobe Morrison. Seen some great kickoff returns. Tim Brown of Notre Dame has set an Aloha Bowl record with his 53-yard return. And here's Morrison with a good one.
Here's the secret to this. Now you get it right up into the wedge. The wedge for SMU does a great job. There's a huge hole there, and here comes Bally's number 40 to come over and make the tackle, along with Haywood number 1. But it's a great run back by 47, Kobe Morrison. Watch it again. See the wedge now? He gets by the first tackler, gets into that wedge. Now it's clear sailing on upfield. When you're a defensive man on a kickoff team and you see a big back coming at you like that, you start to wonder why you're playing this game.
Mike Haywood, who weighs only 175, stayed with him, rolling out as king, looking upfield. He'll run, runs out of bounds on the near sideline and around the 38-yard line. A pickup of just 3 by Don King, the quarterback. And it'll bring out a 2nd down and 7. X&O time.
We had 44. That's the right call. And it might be a little late because the lead back maybe messed
I can think that impresses me about Don King is his quickness. Once he fakes off and gets to the outside.
There's that offense. Notre Dame was running 2 tight ends on the right and there's your slot to the left. Now what he's doing, the defensive coordinator, he's telling them how we're going to shut that down. They haven't seen that on film or any other time with Notre Dame doing it this year.
2nd down, 7. Reggie Dupard back in the ball game for SMU. Gets over the 40 to the 42-yard line. A pickup on the play of around 5 or 6 for Reggie Dupard, who had to leave the game with an ankle injury. And he's coming back limping again. It'll be 3rd down and a long 2 for SMU. They have the ball at their own 42-yard line. Mustangs lead 14-7. King rolling out, looks upfield, fires a pass in and out of the grasp of his intended receiver at the 48-yard line of Notre Dame. Was intended for Jeff Jacobs.
Watch King right here. Let's see what happens after the ball is thrown. He's going to roll out to avoid the pressure, but after he releases that ball, I'll tell you, 78 Gann comes in there, and I'll tell you, talk about lowering the boom.
Mike Gann has done that on a few quarterbacks.
There is Gann going in there. He slips a block. He always has his hands out in front of him. He uses them well. He runs over another blocker, and he's tough to hold.
First punt for SMU. Dodge Carter gets a wobbly punt away. It takes an SMU roll out at the 15-yard line. So it'll be 1st and 10 Notre Dame at their own 15. There's a timeout of the action from Aloha Stadium with the score SMU 14 and Notre Dame 7. We'll be back right after
this. You're looking at video cassette recorders and you're confused by all your choices. Just look at the most important feature of all, the picture. And Sony Betamax records a sharper picture than VHS. That's not just our opinion. In tests throughout the country, more people said the picture was sharper with Sony Betamax than VHS. So why doesn't anyone else talk sharper picture? Because no one else can. Betamax, a sharper picture.
She passed the test, your little girl. She's really gonna drive. She's growing up. She's oh so proud. You can see it in her eyes.
Generations of drivers have grown up with Amoco gasolines. And today, more drivers buy Amoco lead-free than any other brand.
That's more from Amoco. We go Amoco, that extra mile.
Tomorrow, ESPN comes out of the gates with World Cup skiing. Watch the top women flirt with high-speed downhill danger. Tomorrow.
14-7 SMU at the third annual Aloha Bowl with 7:24 remaining to be played in the first half. Notre Dame first and 10 at their own 15-yard line. Steve Berline has Mark Brooks and Alonzo Jefferson behind him. Alan Pinkett is not in the Notre Dame lineup. Play action. Berline being rushed by Ball, gets a screen away to Alonzo Jefferson. Penalty marker down the play. Great running by Jefferson to the 40-yard line. But there is a marker down on the play. Roderick Jones finally made the tackle.
May have had an ineligible receiver downfield, possibly.
Well, Berline rolls to his left. He gets the flow of the defense. There goes Ball. He's after him, but Alonzo Jefferson out in the flat. We'll see what the call is.
It's going to be brought back, called against Notre Dame.
Good running by Alonzo.
Jefferson, a sophomore from West Palm Beach, Florida. Was the Palm Beach Offensive Player of the Year twice in his high school career. The only other player to claim that was Anthony Carter, the great wideout from Michigan. Let's pick up the penalty call.
Flipping on the offense, half the distance to the goal. First down.
Flipping penalty called against Notre Dame, half the distance to the goal. Notre Dame has been plagued by penalties here in the Aloha Bowl, trailing 14-7. It's first and 10 Notre Dame at their own, or rather first and 13 Notre Dame at their own 12. Berline in trouble, lobs a wobbly pass. Bavaro catches, keeps his feet, nails the first down. Penalty marker down on the play. Bavaro got to the 27. Tim Green finally dragged him down, but good running after the catch by the big tight end, Mark Bavaro.
Maybe a late hit, Harry. Might be a late hit on that.
Face mask violation called against SMU.
Well, Berline did a nice job. He was rushed, as you will see here. There's the rush. He takes a step back, and off balance, he throws it out to Bavaro. Watch Bavaro use his other hand as a pivot wheel. He gets by Reggie Phillips, and then there's the late hit. Face mask right there.
By 17. Green.
Tim Green.
So it's first and 10 Notre Dame. They have it at their own 32-yard line. In motion comes Milt Jackson. Berline rolling out. Little shovel pass to Alonzo Jefferson. Jefferson to midfield. Jefferson finally stopped by Tim Green at the 41-yard line of SMU on the shovel pass for Notre Dame.
Well, Notre Dame has used that play all year. The first time to Jefferson. Watch the rollout. Little flip here. There's Alonzo coming around to the outside. He'll get by Keith Brooks there, number 13. Right here. Tackled by number 17, Tim Green. Good run.
Green second to the SMU defense in tackles during the regular season with 90 of them. It's first and 10 Notre Dame. They have it at the SMU 40-yard line. In motion comes Milt Jackson. Alonzo Jefferson gets the call. He bounces his way for 5 to the 35-yard line before he's stopped by Joe Phillips, the defensive tackle from Woodburn, Oregon. Bobby Collins coached at Southern Mississippi before coming to SMU. He's in his third year at SMU. And in the 1980s, he has the 4th best coaching record in all of collegiate football, behind only Lavelle Edwards, Tom Osborne of Nebraska, and Vince Dooley of Georgia. It's a second down and 5 call. Here's Jefferson. Jefferson again. Jefferson gets about 3. Stopped by Wade Johnson, a junior from Midland, Texas. It'll be a 3rd down and 2 call for Notre Dame. Tom Linebarger comes back in defensively for SMU, as does Kit Case.
Well, Bobby Collins, the SMU coach, said that because of the heat here over in the islands, he was going to substitute freely, and he has, offensively and defensively in that line.
Notre Dame lining up in the power I. Tom Monahan has come in as an extra fullback along with Mark Brooks. Oh, there's Gerry Ball with a big play. Hit Alonzo Jefferson at the 34-yard line.
Hello, said Gerry to Alonzo. Big play. Now, that's going to give Gerry Ball an awful lot of confidence because he's been having his problems so far. You'll watch him 34 right over the center. Boom, he just sheds him right there, and watch it right in the backfield. Smacko. Good job by Gerry Ball on number 3, Alonzo Jefferson.
Well, he just had good penetration. He was supposed to be blocked by one of the fullbacks, but he penetrated too far.
A long field goal attempt by John Carty upcoming. This will be a 52-yard attempt under the hold of Mike Viracola. Carney has plenty of leg, and that is a 52-yard field goal by John Carney, the longest in his career. The Notre Dame gets points after the big play by Gerry Ball, a 52-yarder by Carney. There's a timeout of the action with the score, SMU 14, Notre Dame 10. We'll be back right after this.
There's a time in life for the young to say, I want something else, a different way. The town's the same, the people too. School is over, need something to do. The services have it, it'll really show. You'll see new places, you'll really grow in the Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines. Challenge, adventure, excitement too, a time to enjoy and see something new. Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines. You'll work hard, feel really free, serving your country for all to see in the Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines. Be part of a team, be friends forever. A part of the services you won't forget ever. Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines. It's a great place to start.
Here's another bold move by the cavalry. Kemper's innovative budget payment plan for auto, home, or business insurance. Nothing beats it for convenience. Kemper frees you from heavy payments, lets you combine your auto, home, even business insurance into just one payment each month. Now, quality protection is easier to come by when you call the cavalry. Once you compare Kemper, you'll ride with us.
Well, coming up at halftime, be sure to stay with us for a look at Southern Methodist University and the University of Notre Dame, and a visit with our friends from Timex and the Hawaii Visitors Bureau. We'll have first half highlights for you and first half statistics, all coming up at halftime. John Carney will kick off. Kobe Morrison, Frankie Thomas, and Donald Allen, the deep men for SMU. Carney really gets his foot into that one. Kobe Morrison will not bring it out. It'll be 1st and 10 SMU. They'll put it in play from their own 20-yard line. John Carney's 52-yard field goal. All right, he said that's the longest in his career.
Well, he's 1 for 2 now in this game. And he kicked the long one.
That's also the longest field goal in Aloha Bowl history, shattering the 49-yarder last year by Nick Gancitano of Penn State. So it's 1st and 10 SMU. They have the ball at their own 20-yard line. 4:23 left to play first half. Kobe Morrison had some running room, picks up 7 up the middle before he's wrestled down. Brought down on the play by Ron Weisenhofer, but not before he picked up 7 yards. It'll be 2nd down and 3.
Scoring drive, 51 yards, a little over 3 minutes. 3 passes, 4 rushes, but a great field goal. 51 yards by John Carney.
It'll be a 2nd down and 3 call for King. There's a handoff to Atkins, who's over the 30 to the 32-yard line. He has a first down. He was tripped up on the play by Jeff Kuntz, a freshman from Palm Beach Gardens, Florida. But a first down for Atkins at the 32. Atkins Played more than Dupart because of the injury to Dupart. Has picked up 63 yards on 10 carries. 1st and 10. Mustangs. They have it at their own 32-yard line. King wants to put it in the air. Screen pass. Has Atkins. He gets 2 great blocks. Atkins over the 40 to the 47-yard line. And he got 2 great blocks to set up that screen for big yardage. Lawrence making the tackle for Notre Dame.
He's going to get some good blocking here. 67, Andrew Campbell, and I believe at the center, Chris Jackson. You watch him right here, right out in front to the left. You don't really see the end product right there. 2 gold and white men down there on the ground. Good blocking, good running. Let's watch it again here now. You're going to see it. 67, Andrew Campbell, and 61, Chris Jackson. Well, look at them take on the 2 Notre Dame defenders, 48-36. Good job. Nice run here by 32, Jeff Atkins. Tries to get to the outside. Tries to get by Steve Lawrence, the free safety.
Gets the ball to the SMU 47-yard line. Injured on the play following the great block is center Chris Jackson. An all Southwest Conference performer his junior and senior year. He'll be playing in the East-West Shrine game. He's out, and Forrest Gregg is in. King fires. Caught by Marquise Pleasant at the 36-yard line of Notre Dame. It's a 1st down, SMU.
That's probably the best pass that Don King has thrown. We're going to watch this. A curl in. Marquise Pleasant will be on the left side of your screen. He's going to come down and run it. Just a quick turn in, about 14 yards deep. There's King. He lays the ball out there, reads it very well, puts the ball in there real nice, throws it away from number 1, Mike Haywood, the defensive back, towards the outside. Good pass, good catch by Marquise Pleasant.
Ball at the 36-yard line of Notre Dame. 1st and 10, SMU. Here's Reggie Dupart trying to get outside, cuts back in, gets substantial yardage to the Notre Dame 28-yard line, a pickup of 8 or 9 before he's finally dropped by Joe Johnson, among others, along with Mike Larkin.
Dupart wants to stay in. He goes, don't take me out. I want to stay in here running. We're gonna watch this again now. 79, Roy Dunn, the left tackle, is doing a job on Wally Klein. That's what allows number 21, Dupart, to get outside. Covers the ball up, as you notice, when he's getting ready to be tackled. Excellent job. Good thinking.
2nd down, 1 call for SMU. Here's the fullback, Kobe Morrison, and he barrels his way for the 1st down of the 25-yard line of Notre Dame. Stacked up by Ron Weisenhofer in the whole middle of the Irish front, but not before he picked up the 1st down at the Notre Dame 25-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 SMU with 2:07 to play 1st half, and the Mustangs leading 14-10. Pleasant is wide to the left, wide to the right is David Adamson. Don King on the option play. Here's Dupart. Dupart picking up just about 2 or 3. He was brought down by Weisenhofer, who's been in on a lot of tackles since being inserted into the Notre Dame defense. Ron is a junior from Oak Lawn, Illinois. Gain of 3 on the play. It'll bring on a 2nd down and 7. And SMU has called timeout to stop the clock with 1:39 left to play in the 1st half. Bobby Collins thought officials let a few more seconds tick off the clock. Well, the fans in Hawaii have also picked up that infamous wave.
It started here, didn't it, Harry? Didn't the wave start here in Honolulu?
The real big one's the Bonsai Pipeline.
That's right, about 40 miles north of here.
Right.
The mainlanders can say what they want, but the waves did start here in Honolulu.
Well, they have it down pretty well. They're going to put 4 seconds back on the clock. That's what Bobby Collins was upset about. The waves sweeping Aloha Stadium, much as the waves of Waikiki Beach swept George Connor's feet.
Absolutely, yes. No question of that.
It'll be a 2nd down and 7 call.
Well, Notre Dame defensively has been in trouble most of the game. There you see the total yards, 207 for SMU, 184 for Notre Dame. But SMU has been getting that 5, 6, 7 yards, Jack, on that 1st down. And Notre Dame's defending 2nd and 3, 2nd and 1, 2nd and 4. And SMU can run or pass, and Notre Dame can't take any chances. They have to play solid defense, and SMU is really controlling the ball offensively.
Almost looks like Notre Dame's linebackers are playing about 5 yards off the line of scrimmage.
Well, you get both. You're absolutely correct. But what's happened is that the offensive line tackle, the 5 big men from the Mustangs, they're going right to Notre Dame. They're not smaller than Notre Dame. They're the same size and the same height. But what they're doing is they're teeing off, and that's because SMU depends so much on their running game. They've got such good blocking up front from tackle to tackle. Do an outstanding job.
The other thing that impresses me on the SMU running backs, they run diagonally out to the side. Once they get that ball, they head straight up the field, and they're under power and good power.
That's right. Run north and south.
It'll be a 2nd down and 7 call for SMU. In motion is the tight end, Albert Reese. On the option play, here's Reggie Dupart. Barrels his way over Ballage and down to about the 11-yard line. Before he is brought down, it'll be 1st and 10 SMU.
Another good run, another good execution by SMU. And what happens, that strong safety has got to come up and force that. Now, you watch here. Watch King again. Now, he's going to come down line of scrimmage. He's going to flick that ball with his left hand to Dupart. 23, Lawrence, he's got to get in that backfield to make that tackle, because now you put all the emphasis on out here on 40 and Ballage, who just gets run right over by Dupart. Excellent job of running.
1st down 10, SMU at the Notre Dame 11-yard line. Don King calling the signal. Dupart gets the call again. This time he's corralled behind the line of scrimmage by Griffin and measures a squirt back to the 10. He picked up a yard, but Mike Griffin, a good defensive play for Notre Dame.
That's one of the few times that a Notre Dame defender, other than Banks, has gotten in there.
That's a credit to that interior line. Craig Jackson, who was the center, went out for a while with Forrest Gregg, number 53, coming in. Forrest going to make his papa very proud of him, Green Bay coach. Andrew Campbell, the left guard. Roy Dunn, the left tackle. Mike Edson, Dale Hellestray, the right side. And let's not forget Albert Reese, the big tight end, number 88, because a lot of that option starts with his down block on the defensive line on Mike Gann and Wally Klein.
Jack, you saw that graphic about Reggie Dupart averaging 6 1/10 yards per carry in his career. That's a yard better than the great Eric Dickerson averaged in his career at SMU.
Well, I'll tell you, there's 4 fine tailbacks they've had in the last couple of years. Dupart, naturally, Jeff Atkins, and Eric Dickerson, who's carried that right over into the pro ranks, is doing a marvelous job for the Los Angeles Rams.
And Craig James, who was the running mate with Eric Dickerson
at New England.
Career rushing touchdowns for SMU, Dickerson 47, Doak Walker next 32, and then Dupart with 27, and Dupart has another year. 2nd down and 9 call for the Mustangs. They have the ball just inside the Notre Dame 10-yard line. Minute 27, plenty of time for SMU, leading 14-10. King on a reverse, it's fumbled, and it's recovered at the 22, and Mike Gann, who else, is right there in the backfield to make sure he couldn't pick it up and run.
I tell you, I don't want to laugh, but that poor quarterback, when he pulled that ball out of the fullback's stomach, and he looked up there and looked at Gann right in his face, he couldn't get rid of that ball quick enough. Great job by Mike Gann, number 78.
Well, you look for the ball, and you know Mike Gann is going to be there. He's been there all year long.
Extra back coming in, Hiawatha Francisco. Mike Golick goes out for Notre Dame on a 3rd down and very long call for SMU. King being rushed by Gann. He's sacked by Gann back at the 31-yard line. Mike Gann, who had 10 sacks during the regular season, continues his performance in postseason play.
Well, Mike Gann coming in from the outside. There's no play action fake there. King's in trouble, but Gann with strong hands pulls him down.
Hellestray's been keeping Gann in check pretty much, and that took him almost out. This is going to be a tough field goal shot here.
Randy Brownlee, this will be a 48-yard attempt. Dodge Carter will hold. Hellestray, the snapper. Kick is in the air. It is wobbly, but it is good. A 47-yard field goal by Randy Brownlee, the freshman from Garland, Texas. As SMU is tagged 3 on, and that is the longest field goal in Randy Brownlee's career, a 47-yarder. Coming with just 7 seconds to play in the first half, giving the Mustangs a 17-10 lead.
I think, Harry, that they wanted a touchdown. There's no question that, but at least they didn't come away empty-handed. At least they got some more points on the board, gave them a 7-point lead. If they'd have come away empty-handed after that, starting with the ball on their 20-yard line, it might have been a long halftime.
Randy Brownlee, here he is, barefoot kicker, 47-yarder.
He's praying right now. He's praying. And there's in the bag, piece of cake, no problem.
His career log, and he set a SMU record for a freshman record for most points per game, 7.4.
Well, he didn't play till the 7th game. He missed his first field goal try of 43 yards, and then he kicked 6 in a row until today.
Tomas Esteve will kick off for SMU. For Notre Dame, the deep men are going to be Tim Brown and Alonzo Jefferson with just 7 ticks on the clock left in the first half.
I want to say hello to Randy's parents in Texas down there. Same hometown as Cash Birdwell, the fine trainer for SMU. Garland, Texas.
Esteve comes down on the ball, gets a boot away, booting away from Tim Brown, and in so doing, he got a lucky bounce and a bounce into the end zone. Looked like it was going to go out of bounds, but it did not. A Notre Dame player on the kickoff return team is down on the field. That is David McGuffey. McGuffey, the junior from Carlisle, Kentucky. That time it looked like Esteve was told to kick the ball away from Tim Brown.
Well, he did. He said, I want you to try and get that ball over there as close to the sideline as you can, and then utilize the wind and just hook that baby right in. Just like the 9-iron shot here. Just get it down there and then bring it back inside.
Maybe your 9-iron shot. Mine's like an onside kick. There's Gerry Faust in his 4th year. Coach of the Fighting Irish in Notre Dame, 17-10 SMU leading. Faust, winner of the Liberty Bowl last year, 1918 over Boston College. Saw his team really come back. That's his overall record, 25-19-1 after accumulating at Moeller High School in Cincinnati, a 907 winning percentage in 18 years. David McGuffey is the player down on the field, and Gerry Faust coming to see if he is all right.
Maybe a slight knee problem. Looks like we're trying to wrap it up underneath his knee. Don't want to worry, folks. It may be just a slight hyperextension. You never know. A lot of times playing on AstroTurf or synthetic turf, you get your shoes caught, plant on it, and some guy will lay into you on the side and kind of bend it back a little bit.
David McGuffey will be helped off the field. Now we'd like to thank one and all for our outstanding treatment here in the islands. Executive Director of the Aloha Bowl, the very great Maki Yanakizawa. Always a superb host, President of Aloha Charities, Judge Jim Burns, and all the fine people of Aloha Land. Alonzo Jefferson up the middle for 9 yards, but that's going to be the last play of the first half, as SMU will go into the locker room with the lead at halftime. That's the end of the first half. With the score, the Mustangs of SMU 17, the Fighting Irish of Notre Dame 10. We'll be back right after this.
Have it for only $366.66 a month. You can lease a sleek
4 for the Mustangs of their own 26. Fake to Dupar. The pitch out on the end around, and again, nothing going for the wideout. Ron Morris, who took the pitch out, he's stopped by Robert Banks for no gain. They're down and 4.
Well, Notre Dame made a change in their defense earlier in the game. In the first half, they had their linebackers going in with the quarterback. This time, they had them out taking the pitch man, and Banks was there.
So it's a 3rd and 4 call for Don King. Dupart and Hashaway are the running backs behind him. Reggie Dupart not going to get the first down. He's stacked up by Tony Furjanic at the 28-yard line. And SMU will be forced to punt for only the 2nd time in the game.
Notre Dame playing strong defense here, running behind the fullback and the pulling guard. Watch Furjanic come in and make a sure tackle. He's assisted. Look at the 3 other white jerseys surrounding the ball carrier.
Dodge Carter averages 43 yards per punt. He is in the punt for SMU, a transfer from Texas A&M. Joe Howard in solo safety for Notre Dame, driving punt returnable. Small Wonder takes it at the 35. Howard up to the 43, and Notre Dame will start in good field position at their own 43-yard line, stopped by Kobe Morrison. There's a timeout of the action with the score, SMU 17, Notre Dame 10. We'll be back right after this.
John Bowman Chevrolet in Clarkston invites you to come in and test drive the new 1985 Chevy trucks and vans. Quality built for lasting value and use. Start with the S10 pickup, available in 2- and 4-wheel drive, long or short cargo boxes. S10 is a rugged truck through and through. Big enough for the wide open spaces, roomy enough for full-size Americans, strong enough to do tough jobs right. So visit our showroom today, located in Clarkston at Dixie Highway and M15 in the heart of Oakland County.
The new O'Kine Resort Realty is professionally serving people's distinctive vacation and investment needs. We're now featuring Anglers Cove, a new scenic waterfront hotel condominium with an international quality and reservation system. Enchanting Marco Island, the home of Anglers Cove, is located on the southern tip of Florida's Gulf Sun coast. Marco offers an unparalleled escape to a tropical, carefree atmosphere. Call O'Kine Resort Realty. Great vacation ideas, great...
When you've got a sewer drain problem, you don't need promises. You need help. Call me. I'll be there before you can say.
Franchises available.
(17-10) SMU. Third quarter just underway. Notre Dame 1st and 10 at their own 43-yard line in good field position. Berline 6 for 9 in the first half for 96 yards. And one touchdown that was thrown to Alan Pinkett. Berline to throw. Got Milt Jackson for the first time. Jackson over midfield to the 44-yard line of SMU. Finally dragged down by Keith Brooks and T.D. Briggs. Jackson's first reception, good for a first down, Notre Dame.
Well, Berline throwing out to Jackson. The cornerback, Reggie Phillips, backed off. Berline saw it. Watch the fine move by Milt Jackson there, going to the outside, getting away from Reggie Phillips. And it's a first down.
1st and 10 Notre Dame at the SMU 43-yard line. Berline's going to put it up again. Has great protection over the middle and off the fingertips of Tim Brown. Brown, the intended receiver. It's incomplete. It'll be 2nd down and 10 Notre Dame at the SMU 43-yard line.
Notre Dame coming out with a double tight end offense. This does several things. Number one, it negates the shifting of the SMU defense because you can't have a strong or weak side.
David McGuffey was injured, but he's all smiles. He's all right.
He's going surfing when the game's over.
2nd down and 10. Berline calling the signals. The lone running back is Alan Pinkett. Gets the call on a draw play and gets to the 40-yard line. A pickup of 3 was stopped by T.D. Briggs. Strong side linebacker, a junior from Dallas, Texas. To bring up a 3rd down and 7 call for Berline. Make it 3rd and 6. Give Pinkett 4 yards on the play. Tim Brown coming in. Mark Brooks coming in. Pinkett going out. Ricky Gray going out. 17-10 SMU. Joe Howard was lined up as a running back. They get the screen away, incomplete. It was intended for Mark Brooks. It is incomplete. And a hard rush put on by SMU as they brought the all-out blitz.
Well, Pinkett, Berline here is running hard. He's got to throw it a little bit earlier than he wants to and throw it a little bit harder. Brooks is there. He's a little off balance trying to catch it, as you can see. And the ball was down around his knees, and he missed it.
Good pass rush, so by 97 Tom Linebarger and Kid Case of SMU. They had a linebacker blitz on that, and they got in there right in Berline's face in a minute. Excellent job by the 2 SMU defenders.
Mike Viricola to punt. The deep man is Andrew Livingston for SMU. Livingston fakes the fair catch and Viracola drops it inside the 5-yard line. It's down by John McCabe at the 2-yard line where SMU will take over. 1st and 10 at their own 2-yard line.
Interesting concept by Viracola. Normally down there you see what you call a pooch kick, where you try to just pop it down there and let him surround it, but a pooch. But what he did on that one was excellent. He will hang the ball and let his punt team get down and surround it, so when it does come down, they'll keep it from going in the end zone. Good execution on that one.
Gerry Faust pleased with that punt by Viracola as SMU comes out with the ball at their own 2-yard line, and they're operating from a power I formation. Handoff inside to Atkins, it looked like. He gets out to the 5, a pickup of around 3 on the play.
SMU does not want to make any silly mistakes down here. They probably will stay away from that triple option type thing and just hand that ball off in the middle, get a little breathing room, so if they have to punt, their punter will have some room to kick that ball out of there.
Gary Hashaway has come back in at fullback for SMU, and Kobe Morrison going out on a 2nd down and 7 call. Both Atkins and Dupard, the tailbacks, are in the backfield, and Atkins gets the call. No, a play action, and they're going for the bundle, and a great catch by Reggie Dupard. At the 44-yard line, great play action by King, and a sensational grab by Dupard.
It's a great catch. That's a great call. That's a gutsy call down in that area right when you're on the 4-yard line, but let's look at it here. Dupard, who's off the left, you don't see him. He fakes it here to number 32, Atkins. Pulls back. In the meantime, Dupard is heading up to the far sidelines. Now watch this ball. It's a perfect pass. King lays it out there really nice over Lawrence, and Dupard with the supreme effort. Great catch by Reggie.
Ball at the 44-yard line of SMU. 1st and 10 on the option. King keeps, and King gets about 1, and that's all. He's stacked up around the 45 or 46-yard line.
Notre Dame this half so far covering the option play much better than they did in the first half. They made some adjustments at halftime.
I think I really like Whitey Jordan, the offensive coordinator for SMU, who made the call. He sends the signals down. He sends the plays down on the sideline, and they flag him in. But I tell you, it was a great gutsy call.
Bobby Leach is wide to the left. Marquise Pleasant is wide to the right. This is Leach in motion. King rolling out, looking upfield, shoots a wobbly pass, picked off by Troy Wilson, or did he trap it? The official saying he trapped it. Troy Wilson was there, but the official says he trapped the ball. It'll bring up a 3rd down and 9.
Watch it here now. He's going to roll out to his right again to avoid the rush. Let's see if the interception is actually made. His receiver, there's the ball. It's hard to tell from there. I think he drops it. No, it's a good call by the official. Excellent call.
So it's a 3rd down and 9 for SMU. SMU sending Jeff Jacobs and Ron Morrison as the wideouts. Leach and Pleasant come off. They're wide to the same side, the right side, on a 3rd down and 9 call. King straight back, being rushed, gets it away, way over the head of the intended receiver, who was Ron Morris. Again, it was Mike Gann putting heat on King, and it'll bring out a 4th down in the punting situation as Dodge Carter will come in to punt.
There's Don King, number 2. He felt the pressure on that, just wanted to get rid of it, do it downfield. Smart move, get rid of it, throw it over everybody's head so nobody can intercept it.
Dale Hellestray will do the snapping. He'll be playing in the East-West Shrine game in the Japan Bowl, an all-Southwest Conference selection. Plays offensive tackle as well as snapper for SMU. That's a low returnable punt. Joe Howard at the 20-yard line gets a block up over the 30 to the 35-yard line, where Notre Dame will have it in good field position. 1st and 10 at their own 35. Not much hang time, and Dodge Carter's punts. There's a timeout of the action with the score. SMU 17, Notre Dame 10. We'll be back right after this. Leading Notre Dame 17-10. 10:01 remaining to be played in the 3rd quarter. Notre Dame will have it 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line. Berline calling the signals. The lone running back is Alan Pinkett. Berline laterals back shakily to Pinkett, who runs out of bounds after a pickup of about 2 yards as he juggled the pitch back. Tim Green was right there to force Pinkett out of bounds. Notre Notre Dame sideline, number 5 is Brandy Wells. Southern Methodist sideline. Receivers coach talking to the wideouts for SMU. It'll be a 2nd down and 8 call. For Notre Dame, they have it at their own 37-yard line. Here's Pinkett on an inside dive play, and he gets over the 40 to the 41-yard line. A pickup of about 4, brings up a 3rd down and 4. Kit Case comes back in defensively for SMU. Along with John Eichsman, a sophomore from Alvin, Texas. 3rd down and 4, Notre Dame. They have it at their own 41-yard line. Pinkett has established an Aloha Bowl record for most rushing attempts at 17, and he gets the pitch back, and right there to greet him, number 22 for SMU, Ron Anderson, a senior linebacker from Levelland, Texas.
You watch Pinkett right here now. A great job by Ron Anderson, 22. He's going to delay. He's going to run outside, and there's Anderson, 22. That's how you play that option type play that Notre Dame tries to pull. They don't run it as often as SMU, therefore they're probably not as adept as SMU is.
Mike Viricola to punt. Back in safety for SMU is Andrew Livingston. Fine punt by Viricola. Backs Livingston up to the 14. Livingston gets to the 19. He's brought down at the 19-yard line. Good coverage by Marv Spence. That'll be 1st and 10 for SMU. Spotted at the 24, not the 19. 24-yard line. The Mustangs will take over. 51-yard punt, an 8-yard return by Livingston. Last 4 seasons, SMU has been the winningest team in collegiate football, followed by Nebraska, BYU, Clemson, and Georgia. Here's a handoff to Dupard, and he squirms his way up to about the 29 or 30-yard line. A pickup of around 6 by Reggie Dupard. He's a junior, 6 feet tall, 201 pounds, out of New Orleans, Louisiana. All Southwest Conference as a sophomore last year, and this year as a junior.
Cedric Figueroa, number 48, in as outside left linebacker for the Irish. He's playing out a little wider than the normal linebacker position, and he has good speed to the outside to stop the outside pitch.
It'll be 2nd down and 4 for SMU. Here's an inside handoff to the fullback, Gary Hashaway, who picks up the 1st down over the 35 to the 36-yard line. 1st and 10 Mustangs. Hashaway, junior from Pittsburgh, Texas.
Watch it from the end zone right here. Now, nothing fancy. Just hand that ball right in there. That's the start of the triple option right there. You hand that ball in there. Does a good job of running. He hits, boom, he sticks somebody in there really good. Hurts him in the back. Gary Hashaway, there he is, 5'11", 194-pound junior.
1st and 10 Mustangs at their own 36-yard line. In motion goes Scott Ford. Here's a handoff to Dupard, and he's dropped by Eric Dorsey after he picked up about 3 yards. Eric Dorsey, the nose tackle, in on the stop. At the 39-yard line, a gain of 3. It'll be 2nd down and 7. SMU leading 17-10. We have 7:15 to play here in the 3rd period at the 3rd annual Aloha Bowl.
66.66 a month. You can lease a sleek
4 for the Mustangs at their own 26. Fake to Dupard. The pitch out on the end around, and again, nothing going for the wideout. Ron Morris, who took the pitch out, he's stopped by Robert Banks for no gain. 3rd down and 4.
Well, Notre Dame made a change in their defense earlier in the game. In the first half, they had their linebackers going in with the quarterback. This time, they had him out taking the pitch man, and Banks was there.
So it's a 3rd and 4 call for Don King. Dupard and Hashaway are the running backs behind him. Reggie Dupard not going to get the 1st down. He's stacked up by Tony Furjanic at the 28-yard line. And SMU will be forced to punt for only the 2nd time in the game.
Notre Dame playing strong defense here. running behind the fullback and the pulling guard. Watch for Janik come in and make a sure tackle. He's assisted. Look at the 3 other white jerseys surrounding the ball carrier.
Dodge Carter averages 43 yards per punt. He is in the punt for SMU, a transfer from Texas A&M. Joe Howard in solo safety for Notre Dame, driving punt returnable. Small Wonder takes it at the 35. Howard up to the 43, and Notre Dame will start in good field position at their own 43-yard line, stopped by Kobe Morrison. There's a timeout of the action with the score, SMU 17, Notre Dame 10. We'll be back right after this.
John Bowman Chevrolet in Clarkston invites you to come in and test drive the new 1985 Chevy trucks and vans. Quality built for lasting value and use. Start with the S10 pickup, available in 2- and 4-wheel drive, long or short cargo boxes. S10 is a rugged truck through and through. Big enough for the wide open spaces, roomy enough for full-size Americans, strong enough to do tough jobs right. So visit our showroom today, located in Clarkston at Dixie Highway and M15 in the heart of Oakland County.
The new O'Kine Resort Realty is professionally serving people's distinctive vacation and investment needs. We're now featuring Anglers Cove, a new scenic waterfront hotel condominium with an international quality and reservation system. Enchanting Marco Island, the home of Anglers Cove, is located on the southern tip of Florida's Gulf Sun coast. Marco offers an unparalleled escape to a tropical, carefree atmosphere. Call O'Kine Resort Realty. Great vacation ideas, great...
When you've got a sewer drain problem, you don't need promises. You need help. Call me. I'll be there before you can say...
Franchises available.
(17-10) SMU. Third quarter just underway. Notre Dame 1st and 10 at their own 43-yard line in good field position. Berline 6 for 9 in the first half for 96 yards. And 1 touchdown that was thrown to Alan Pinkett. Berline to throw. Got Milt Jackson for the first time. Jackson over midfield to the 44-yard line of SMU. Finally dragged down by Keith Brooks and T.D. Briggs. Jackson's first reception, good for a first down, Notre Dame.
Well, Berline throwing out to Jackson. The cornerback, Reggie Phillips, backed off. Berline saw it. Watch the fine move by Milt Jackson there, going to the outside, getting away from Reggie Phillips. And it's a first down.
1st and 10 Notre Dame at the SMU 43-yard line. Berline's going to put it up again. Has great protection over the middle and off the fingertips of Tim Brown. Brown, the intended receiver, it's incomplete. It'll be 2nd down and 10 Notre Dame at the SMU 43-yard line.
Notre Dame coming out with a double tight end offense. This does several things. Number one, it negates the shifting of the SMU defense because you can't have a strong or weak side.
David McGuffey was injured, but he's all smiles. He's all right.
He's going surfing with the game, so right.
2nd down and 10. Berline calling the signals. The lone running back is Alan Pinkett. Gets the call on a draw play and gets to the 40-yard line. A pickup of 3 was stopped by T.D. Briggs. Strong side linebacker, a junior from Dallas, Texas. To bring up a 3rd down and 7 call for Berline. Make it 3rd and 6. Give Pinkett 4 yards on the play. Tim Brown coming in. Mark Brooks coming in. Pinkett going out. Ricky Gray going out. 17-10 SMU. Joe Howard was lined up as a running back. They get the screen away, incomplete. It was intended for Mark Brooks. It is incomplete. And a hard rush put on by SMU as they brought the all-out blitz.
Well, Pinkett, Berline here is running hard. He's got to throw it a little bit earlier than he wants to and throw it a little bit harder. Brooks is there. He's a little off balance trying to catch it, as you can see. And the ball was down around his knees, and he missed it.
Good pass rush, so by 97 Tom Linebarger and Kid Case of SMU. They had a linebacker blitz on that, and they got in there right in Berline's face in a minute. Excellent job by the 2 SMU defenders.
Mike Viricola to punt. The deep man is Andrew Livingston for SMU. Livingston fakes the fair catch, and Viracola drops it inside the 5-yard line. It's down by John McCabe at the 2-yard line where SMU will take over. 1st and 10 at their own 2-yard line.
Interesting concept by Viracola. Normally down there you see what you call a pooch kick, where you try to just pop it down there and let him surround it, but a pooch. But what he did on that one was excellent. He will hang the ball and let his punt team get down and surround it, so when it does come down, they'll keep it from going in the end zone. Good execution on that one.
Gerry Faust pleased with that punt by Viracola as SMU comes out with the ball at their own 2-yard line, and they're operating from a power I formation. Handoff inside to Atkins, it looked like. He gets out to the 5, a pickup of around 3 on the play.
SMU does not want to make any silly mistakes down here. They probably will stay away from that triple option type thing and just hand that ball off in the middle, get a little breathing room, so if they have to punt, their punter will have some room to kick that ball out of there.
Gary Hashaway has come back in at fullback for SMU, and Kobe Morrison going out on a 2nd down and 7 call. Both Atkins and Dupart, the tailbacks, are in the backfield, and Atkins gets the call. No, a play action, and they're going for the bundle, and a great catch by Reggie Dupart. At the 44-yard line, great play action by King, and a sensational grab by Dupart.
It's a great catch. That's a great call. That's a gutsy call down in that area right when you're on the 4-yard line, but let's look at it here. Dupart, who's off the left, you don't see him. He fakes it here to number 32, Atkins. Pulls back. In the meantime, Dupart is heading up to the far sidelines. Now watch this ball. It's a perfect pass. King lays it out there really nice over Lawrence, and Dupart with the supreme effort. Great catch by Reggie.
Ball at the 44-yard line of SMU. 1st and 10 on the option. King keeps, and King gets about 1, and that's all. He's stacked up around the 45 or 46-yard line.
Notre Dame this half so far covering the option play much better than they did in the first half. They made some adjustments at halftime.
I think I really like Whitey Jordan, the offensive coordinator for SMU, who made the call. He sends the signals down. He sends the plays down on the sideline, and they flag him in. But I tell you, it was a great, gutsy call.
Bobby Leach is wide to the left. Marquise Pleasant is wide to the right. This is Leach in motion. King rolling out, looking upfield, shoots a wobbly pass, picked off by Troy Wilson, or did he trap it? The official saying he trapped it. Troy Wilson was there, but the official says he trapped the ball. We'll bring up a 3rd down and 9.
Watch it here now. He's going to roll out to his right again to avoid the rush. Let's see if the interception is actually made. His receiver, there's the ball. It's hard to tell from there. I think he drops it. No, it's a good call by the official. Excellent call.
So it's a 3rd down and 9 for SMU. SMU sending Jeff Jacobs and Ron Morrison as the wideouts. Leach and Pleasant come off. They're wide to the same side, the right side, on a 3rd down and 9 call. King straight back, being rushed, gets it away, way over the head of the intended receiver, who was Ron Morris. Again, it was Mike Gann putting heat on King, and it'll bring out a 4th down in the punting situation as Dodge Carter will come in to punt.
There's Don King, number 2. He felt the pressure on that, just wanted to get rid of it, threw it downfield. Smart move, get rid of it, throw it over everybody's head so nobody can intercept it.
Dale Hellestray will do the snapping. He'll be playing in the East-West Shrine game in the Japan Bowl, an all-Southwest Conference selection. Plays offensive tackle as well as snapper for SMU. That's a low returnable punt. Joe Howard at the 20-yard line gets a block up over the 30 to the 35-yard line, where Notre Dame will have it in good field position. 1st and 10 at their own 35. Not much hang time, and Dodge Carter's punts. There's a timeout of the action with the score. SMU 17, Notre Dame 10. We'll be back right after this. Leading Notre Dame 17-10. 10:01 remaining to be played in the 3rd quarter. Notre Dame will have it 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line. Berline calling the signals. The lone running back is Alan Pinkett. Berline laterals back shakily to Pinkett, who runs out of bounds after a pickup of about 2 yards as he juggled the pitch back. Tim Green was right there to force Pinkett out of bounds.
He's driving, and he's worried about
Notre Dame sideline, number 5 is Brandy Wells. Southern Methodist sideline. Receiver coach talking to the wideouts for SMU. It'll be a 2nd down and 8 call. For Notre Dame, they have it at their own 37-yard line. Here's Pinkett on an inside dive play, and he gets over the 40 to the 41-yard line. A pickup of about 4, brings up a 3rd down and 4. Kit Case comes back in defensively for SMU. Along with John Eichsman, a sophomore from Alvin, Texas. 3rd down and 4, Notre Dame. They have it at their own 41-yard line. Pinkett has established an Aloha Bowl record for most rushing attempts at 17, and he gets the pitch back, and right there to greet him, number 22 for SMU, Ron Anderson, a senior linebacker from Levelland, Texas.
You watch Pinkett right here now. A great job by Ron Anderson, 22. He's going to delay. He's going to run outside, and there's Anderson, 22. That's how you play that option type play that Notre Dame tries to pull. They don't run it as often as SMU, therefore they're probably not as adept as SMU is.
Mike Viricola to punt. Back in safety for SMU is Andrew Livingston. Fine punt by Viricola. Backs Livingston up to the 14. Livingston gets to the 19. He's brought down at the 19-yard line. Good coverage by Marv Spence. That'll be 1st and 10 for SMU. Spotted at the 24, not the 19. 24-yard line. The Mustangs will take over. 51-yard punt and 8-yard return by Livingston. Last 4 seasons, SMU has been the winningest team in collegiate football, followed by Nebraska, BYU, Clemson, and Georgia. Here's a handoff to Dupard, and he squirms his way up to about the 29 or 30-yard line. A pickup of around 6 by Reggie Dupard. He's a junior, 6 feet tall, 201 pounds, out of New Orleans, Louisiana. All Southwest Conference as a sophomore last year, and this year as a junior.
Cedric Figaro, number 48, in as outside left linebacker for the Irish. He's playing out a little wider than the normal linebacker position, and he has good speed to the outside to stop the outside pitch.
It'll be 2nd down and 4 for SMU. Here's an inside handoff to the fullback, Gary Hashaway, who picks up the 1st down over the 35 to the 36-yard line. 1st and 10 Mustangs. Hashaway, junior from Pittsburgh, Texas.
Watch it from the end zone right here. Now, nothing fancy. Just hand that ball right in there. That's the start of the triple option right there. You hand that ball in there. Does a good job of running. He hits, boom, he sticks somebody in there really good. Hurts him in the back. Gary Hashaway, there he is, 5'11", 194-pound junior.
1st and 10 Mustangs at their own 36-yard line. In motion goes Scott Ford. Here's a handoff to Dupard, and he's dropped by Eric Dorsey after he picked up about 3 yards. Eric Dorsey, the nose tackle, in on the stop at the 39-yard line. A gain of 3. It'll be 2nd down and 7. SMU leading 17-10. We have 7:15 to play here in the 3rd period at the 3rd annual Aloha Bowl. Biggest margin of victory in the short history of the Aloha Bowl has been 3 points. Rolling out is King, being chased by Figaro, being dropped by Cedric Figaro at the 30-yard line of SMU.
And Harry, that's the subtle change I talked about a few plays ago. Cedric Figaro, the freshman from Lafayette, Louisiana, with good speed, and he uses it well. You see him get him away from a blocker and force a sack on the quarterback.
3rd down and 16 now for SMU, back at their own 30-yard line. Marquise Pleasant goes wide to the left. A slot on the left is Bobby Leach. King straight back. He's going to go for a long bomb, and it is Complete and nearly intercepted by Mike Haywood, but they dropped a flag as Marquise Pleasant
They're going to call
fell
Haywood.
down.
They're going to call Haywood for pass interference, I believe.
Well, I don't know. The way the Notre Dame players are congratulating one another, I think it's offensive pass interference on Marquise Pleasant.
Could be, absolutely. Yeah, I think you're right.
They are marching it back, so it'll be against SMU. Penalty plus loss of down. Let's pick it up, the official call from referee.
The penalty is offensive pass interference. That's also loss of down, 15 yards, 4th down.
Let's watch it right here now. Let's see if Marquise Pleasant, number 89, when the ball's up in the air, let's see if he interferes with Haywood, number 1. It's the left ear screen up at the top. I don't know. There may be a slight bump, but I'm not positive about it. Looks like he just trips up over Mike Haywood's feet.
A costly penalty, loss of down and yardage. Dodge Carter to boot. Nearly blocked, but he gets it away. Joe Howard in SMU territory, and small wonder ducks his head and gets to the Mustang 41, where Notre Dame will take over an excellent field position at the Southern Methodist 41-yard line.
You know what the hang time on that was, Harry?
What was it?
2.89. That's not good enough. You got to hang that ball up in the air, get that thing in there for 4.5 seconds to allow your coverage team to get down there.
And there's a timeout of the action from the Aloha Bowl. The score: SMU 17, Notre Dame 10. We'll be back right after this. SMU sideline, 6 left in the 3rd quarter. The Mustangs leading by 7, 17-10. Notre Dame in good field position at the SMU 41. Burline straight back to pass. Being rushed, being sacked back at the Notre Dame 47-yard line by Monty Goen. A junior from Tulsa, Oklahoma, walk-on for SMU.
Monty's not too big either. He's only going 190-pounder on a 5-foot 10-inch frame, but you're going to see him from the right side, playing the outside linebacker. He gets up inside a big tackle for Notre Dame. Boom, look at that. Puts the pressure on, brings Burline down, taking him out of field position. Good effort by SMU. Nice play by Monty Goen.
That's Jay Underwood, number 74. And he got to the side of blocking his man.
So it's a 2nd down and 22 for Notre Dame. They give the ball to Alan Pinkett. He's going to get some of it back to the original line of scrimmage, a pickup of around 11 before he's stopped by Anthony Beverly and Keith Brooks. There is a penalty down on the play, however. Going to go against SMU.
There's the handoff to Pinkett, pulling guard Scannell. And comes up the middle here. We can see if they get the penalty here. See if anybody piles on.
That's going to move the ball all the way to the Mustang 26-yard line. A major penalty against SMU. Let's pick it up from referee Vance Carlson.
Personal foul on the defense. 1st down.
Personal foul against SMU. It's 1st and 10 Notre Dame. They have it at the SMU 26-yard line.
Didn't see it in there. Didn't see it on the carry. Hard to pick out.
Must have been away from the ball.
Burline calls the signals on a 1st and 10. He sends Milt Jackson in motion to the right. Alan Pinkett. Pinkett, not a whole lot there. He gets about 3. Not much up the middle, though. Pick up a 3 by Pinkett. Brings out a 2nd down and 7 call for Notre Dame. Joe Howard comes in with a play from the bench for the Irish, and Tim Brown comes out.
Nice job of filling that hole by number 54, T.D. Briggs, 6'2", 214-pound junior.
Second down and a long 7 call. Call it 2nd down and 8 for Notre Dame. Inside the SMU 25-yard line. Here's Pinkett again. He has an opening this time. Inside the 15 to the 11-yard line. Alan Pinkett, the ball carrier, finally stopped by free safety Tim Green, along with Joe Phillips.
Good cross-backing by Tim Scannell and Brooks. There you see Brooks take the outside man, and Pinkett picking his hole, coming up the middle. It's a good gain on the first down to the 10. There, watch it again. See the cross block there. There's Scannell. Pinkett running back, runs into the green.
105 yards for Pinkett so far. Here's Mark Brooks, the fullback, and he pulls his way into the end zone, and Notre Dame touchdown. Mark Brooks would not be denied from the 11-yard line. A senior from Cincinnati Moeller has brought Notre Dame to within one.
Watch Brooks take the ball here, just straight ahead blocking, no pulling at all, and Brooks really wanted this one. He's running fairly high, but he's got big legs and good drive, and he gets into the end zone.
Mark Brooks, who had 3 rushing touchdowns during the regular season. Now John Carney to attempt the conversion. Kevin Kelly will snap. Mike Viricola to hold. It's up, and it is good, and we have a tie game at the 3rd annual Aloha Bowl. Gerry Faust happy with that touchdown by his Cincinnati Moeller product, Mark Brooks. 3:50 remaining to be played in the 3rd quarter, and we are tied at 17. Has been the case in Aloha Bowl's tight football game.
You watch Brooks coming in here right now. What's happening is the interior offensive line of Notre Dame is working over against Jerry Ball. You see Ball right there, 34, just misses. He tries to make the tackle. But here's Brooks' strength. This comes from the waist down. He's got tremendous legs. He just drives on into the end zone.
Jack Larry Williams at Georgia was a UPI 2nd-team All-American and AP 3rd-team All-American who will be playing in the Hula Japan Bowl. George, as you know, he was injured much of the first part of the season, but Larry Williams has really come out at 276-pound offensive guard.
He really has. He was injured almost all year long, and he couldn't practice during the week. Now, this is really tough on a player because he can't get his timing down. He misses some of the strategy out on the field, and that's where you have to learn it on the field in addition to the classroom work. But once he started back to practice with the team, he's been great.
There's Mark Brooks, who scored the 11-yard touchdown thanks to the good blocking by Larry Williams, among others. Chris Smith has been out since midway through the first half, and he will not return, but Mark Brooks, taking the place of Chris Smith, has performed admirably. We are tied. Carney's kickoff will not be returned, I don't think. It lands in the end zone, so it'll be brought out at the 20-yard line, where SMU will have it 1st and 10 from their own 20. Another good kickoff by Carney, who has more not returned than he has returned when he is kicking off. Carney from Jupiter, Florida. Notre Dame offensive huddle, mapping their strategy for the next possession. Meanwhile, SMU coming out 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Here's Kobe Morrison, the freshman fullback, and he rambles for 7 yards on just a quick opener before he's stopped by Mike Haywood, and Kobe Morrison is shaken up on the play. He's getting up slowly, as is Dale Hellestrae, the fine offensive tackle for SMU.
Morrison's banged up a little bit right here. He may just have had the wind knocked out of him. Let's take a chance or a moment here and see exactly what the problem is. I don't think it's anything real serious.
Mark Brooks, Mark Bavaro on your screen for Notre Dame.
Coach Carl Selmer working with the offensive line.
We're tied at 17. 3:39 left to play in the 3rd quarter. Bobby Collins spent 20 years as an assistant coach at Mississippi State, Colorado State, George Washington, Virginia Tech, North Carolina. Finally got a shot at Southern Mississippi as a head coach, was very successful there, now in his 3rd year at SMU.
Kobe Morrison came off the field limping just a little bit. I don't think it's anything serious. He may very well be back in the game a little bit later.
Gary Hashaway has taken his place. It is a 2nd down and 3 call. The handoff goes to Atkins, and a hard-running tailback up over the 35 to the 37-yard line goes Jeff Atkins, a 216-pound sophomore from Fort Worth, Texas. First and 10, SMU.
You watch Atkins, 32 now, just a stutter step to his left. Now watch him cut right back in there behind the block. And number was the 51, Mike Edson. Good job running. He's running north and south. Notre Dame comes in. They're coming in late. They're hitting from the side. Those big linebackers are getting in there just a little bit late.
First and 10, SMU at their own 38-yard line. In motion comes Adamson. Here's an inside handoff to the fullback Hashaway, and Hashaway up over the 40 to the 42 or 43-yard line, picked up around 4 before Mike Golick made the tackle. But a gain of about 4 yards by Hashaway, and again, Dale Hellestray gets up slowly for SMU, number 70.
Chris Jackson, the senior center, number 61, back in the game, although Forrest Gregg, his substitute, did a fine job relieving him.
Second down and 6, SMU at their own 42-yard line. King on a lay handoff to Atkins, and Atkins has the first down and then some to midfield. Jeff Atkins taking the ball to the 50-yard line before he's brought down.
We're looking at Tony Burjanik here. He's back about 5 yards. He went with the original fake. He went out to his left. Now he's coming back. He's getting hit there by Roy Dunn, the offensive tackle.
First and 10, SMU. They have it at midfield. High game late in the third quarter. King rolling out. Gets a couple of blocks. Gets a pass away. Caught. Stood up immediately by Ballage was Ron Morris. Morris picking up 5 before he was hit by Ballage. Atkins now is rushed for 84 yards on 13 carries. Reggie Dupard now is coming back in the SMU lineup. And Atkins is coming out. It'll be a second down and 5 call for King. King in the passing, 8 for 14 for 150 yards. Handoff short of a first down, a pickup of around 3 is the fullback Hashaway. Hashaway gains 3. It's third down and 2 SMU at the Notre Dame 42-yard line. Hashaway gained 167 during the regular season, averaged 4 1/10 yards per carry.
Interesting philosophy right here. A minute to go in the third quarter. SMU had a 7 to 10 point lead. They haven't lost it or gotten worried or upset or trying to press. They're continuing what they do best. Good ball control, solid ground game.
Greg Hubbard comes in as an extra tight end on a 3rd and 2. On the rollout, pitch back to Dupard, running room. Joe Johnson finally gets him at the 34-yard line, but a big gain for SMU. Joe Johnson making the hit at the 34-yard line. Dupard, the ball carrier.
Watch Dupard right here now, number 21. This is a good job, we have to say, by Joe Johnson, 27, strong safety. He plays off the block, gets outside, plays off the block of Atkins, gets outside to contain Dupard and runs him out of bounds.
It'll be spotted at the Notre Dame 33-yard line, 1st and 10 SMU. Dupard has picked up 66 yards on 12 carries. Between Dupard and Atkins, the tailbacks have rushed for close to 200 yards for SMU. On the option, here's Dupard again, and he is tripped up by Mike Haywood, but not after he gets inside the 30 to the 27-yard line. Gain on the play of about 6 for Reggie Dupard.
Earlier, they're not getting excited. They're playing that ball control. They're coming back to that option. Not a lot of passes either, if you notice in this drive. They're being it all.
Well, one of the reasons that option is working is Ron Morris out on the flank. He's not really a tough blocker, but he's a nuisance blocker. He gets in the way of the cornerback, and he gets him out of position, and then he allows his running back to make extra yards.
That's right. That's what you want your receivers, your outside people to do. You don't have to knock the defender down. Get in his way and let your tailback pick off of your block. Let him come inside or go outside, but be in position to block if you have to.
Second down and 4 for SMU. Here's a handoff to Dupard, and he is a little short of a first down. He picks up a couple, maybe 3. Dupard, the ball carrier, and a host of Notre Dame tacklers in. And it'll be third down and short for SMU at the Notre Dame 25-yard line. They'll bring in another tight end. Greg Hubbard checking in for SMU. Third down and 2, and will not get a playoff before the end of the third quarter. Well, that's the end of the third quarter of play from the Aloha Bowl. The score, Notre Dame 17, SMU 17. We'll be back right after this.
A forward pass, a lateral, and a run to daylight. When it works, it can win big. Hi, this is Bob Greasy for the Sporting News, and we have a play that'll win big for you every time. 2 issues for the price of 1 to introduce you to the Sporting News, the Sports Bible.
That's right. You get 23 issues of the Sporting News for just $9.97. 2 for the price of 1. You can't buy the Sporting News at a lower price anywhere.
You know, I've been reading the Sporting News since I was a kid, and the fans and athletes themselves have been reading the Sporting News since 1886. It's a magazine that gives me the no-nonsense details of all Major League sports and college action, the ins and outs and the behind-the-scenes stories of the big 4 action sports: football, baseball, basketball, and hockey every single week of the year, plus highlights in boxing, tennis, soccer, horse racing, and all the rest. On the road, as much as we athletes are, we really appreciate the fact that major sports stories are covered by more than 40 feature writers around the country, reporting on the scene where the action is. To love sports is to love the Sporting News, the Sports Bible. Why don't you subscribe today, and here's a friend to tell you how.
That's right, Bob. You get the Sporting News at the low rate of 44 cents an issue. 23 issues for $9.97. That's half the regular subscription price.
Why not take advantage of this special 2-for-1 offer now? You know, you can't get the Sporting News at a lower price anywhere.
To subscribe to the Sporting News, call toll-free 1-800-544-1000. That's 1-800-544-1000. Take advantage of this special 2-for-1 offer. You get 23 issues for only $9.97. That toll-free number is 1-800-544-1000. Remember, you can't get the Sporting News at a lower price anywhere. Call 1-800-544-1000. That's 1-800-544-1000.
Harry Callis along with George Connor and Jack Snow at Aloha Stadium for the 3rd annual Aloha Bowl. We are tied at 17-17 as we start the 4th and final quarter. After 3 quarters, you see that SMU has picked up 314 yards and Notre Dame 234. SMU will be looking at a 3rd down and 2 call from the Notre Dame 25-yard line.
I'm making no predictions, Harry. The last time I said they were going to keep it on the ground and grind it out, they threw a pass for 30 yards and a completion.
Well, their touchdowns, a pass to fullback. They're in a power eye. Both Atkins and Dupart in the backfield, along with Gary Hashaway. And they'll call on Dupart, and Notre Dame has recovered at the 24-yard line. Notre Dame pouncing on that football. Joe Johnson, the tri-captain for the Irish. And Notre Dame will take over on downs at their own 24 as Dupart has fumbled the ball. Wait a minute. Oh, they blew the play dead. They blew the play dead.
Just watch Dupart here. Now he hits up into the middle of that line. He gets stacked up pretty good.
That ball's loose already.
Yep, let's see it. There it is right there. You think it bounced. Yep.
Yeah, he never had control of it.
Never had control when the initial hit was made.
You watch it right here. Now let's watch the exchange.
He'll lose it early.
There it is right there.
He doesn't have it.
There it is. He's got the ball. He loses it. He starts on his downward flight. Yeah, that's a little questionable call. But so was Berline's, I think. Let's look at it again here.
Well, you can see he doesn't have a hold of it in his hands there. See, it's twisting and turning, and then it pops up right there.
He gets it knocked out of him. There's no question that. I think what the officials are doing, they're evening it out a little bit. I think Berline happened in the middle, and yeah, the umpire in the middle ruled it down, so that's why they're calling it down.
Gerry Faust doesn't like it at all.
SMU will maintain possession. They did not get a first down. They have 4th down and inches to go for a first down. Gerry's going to argue long and loud, but he's not going to win the argument. And SMU will keep possession of the ball with a score tied early in the 4th quarter.
It's a big break now for SMU. Now they're going to have to capitalize on it, keep that drive going, get something on the board, preferably a touchdown.
The officials are calling a timeout to measure. SMU is aware that the ball is short, but SMU can't ask for a measurement. They're buying time to call in a play.
That's exactly what they're doing. It's not bad strategy either.
17-17, 14:56 left to play. SMU will go for it. They will eschew the field goal try with 4th down in just a bit. From the power I formation. King calls the signals. Dupart has the first down. Easily to about the 17-yard line goes Reggie Dupart for the first down. SMU. Stopped by Mike Golick.
Running right in there behind the big side of that left side of that line, 79 Roy Dunn and 67 Andrew Campbell, 6'5", 271 and 6'6", 272.
No, it's 1st and 10 SMU at the 22 of Notre Dame, not the 17. 1st and 10 Mustangs at the Notre Dame 22-yard line. Don King, junior quarterback. Hand off to his fullback. The first man through Hashaway, and he gets to about the 19, a pickup of 3. It'll bring out a 2nd down and 7. 14-10 and counting. The 3rd annual Aloha Bowl tied at 17. Jeff Jacobs comes in at a wide receiver spot with a play from the bench. Ball at the 19-yard line of Notre Dame. And off again to his fullback, Hashaway. Gets about 3 more to the 2 to the 17 or 16-yard line. He'll be well short of a first down. And it'll bring up a 3rd down and long for the Mustangs. Ball at the 17-yard line of Notre Dame, so it'll be 3rd down and 5 for SMU. Marquise Pleasant coming in with a play from the bench. Pleasant is a sophomore from Dallas Kimball High School. 3rd down 5 SMU. Jump back outside, did Mike Gann. Heavy pursuit. Pass is caught. Stopped at the 13 and short of a first down by Joe Johnson. He was caught by Gary Hashaway, but Hashaway did not appear to make the first down.
I think King may be down. Let's look at it right here. He's going to roll out to his right. The same play they used twice before with much success. He dropped the ball off in there to number 8, Gary Hashaway. He almost gets the first down, but he doesn't quite get it. He gets popped down pretty good. Let's look at it again. You're going to see Hashaway, number 8. He's going to set over to his right, which is the left of your screen. Now watch him come across the screen and disappear. He's coming back against the grain. There he is. Makes a good catch. Now he's got to try and turn upfield, but he can't. He gets taken down right there, and then 42 comes in Larkin and puts the hammer to him.
After the release of the pass by King, he was hit by Wally Klein, the big 278-pound sophomore from Midland, Texas, and King was down, but he's walking under his own power, and he's all right. It is 4th down and about a half a yard to go for a first down for SMU. Don King, junior, all Southwest Conference from Dallas, 6 feet, 194-pounder. Led the Southwest Conference in passing efficiency, 12th in the nation in passing efficiency.
Let's see if we can see what happens right here. He releases the ball. There it is, right there. The ball's up in the air, and then 96 Wally Klein comes in there and pops him real good.
Bobby Waters, a freshman from Garland, Texas, will take over at quarterback on a 4th and a half a yard to go for the first down call from the power I. Hashaway, Dupart, and Atkins are the running backs for SMU. Waters. Hands off to Dupard, and he'll have the first down. Reggie Dupard inside the 12 to about the 11 gets the first down, SMU.
That's what you call having a great deal of confidence in your backup quarterback. On a fourth down situation, you're in a tie ball game, you're down there on the 11-yard line, he hasn't had a chance to take a snap, and you send him in the ball game. Good job by Bob Waters.
And they ran right at Notre Dame's defensive strength. They ran right at Mike Gann.
Exactly, exactly.
They're going to measure, but I'm sure that Dupard has the first down. Don King will come back in at quarterback for SMU. He has about 20. But Don King back in at quarterback. He missed one play. It'll be 1st and 10 SMU. They have the ball at the Notre Dame 11-yard line. 12:50 left to play. Tied at 17. Dupard and Hashaway, the running backs for the Mustangs. Here's Dupard. Shakes one tackle, can't elude another. He's dropped at the 10-yard line, might have picked up a yard. That was Kovaleski to make the hit, but the initial slowdown was accomplished by Wally Klein.
Wally Klein, 6'8", 278 from Midland, Texas.
Playing against his buddy Roy Dunn, number 79, 6'5", 271. Played against each other in high school.
Second down and 9 call for SMU from the Notre Dame 10-yard line. Gerry Faust intently looking on. Don King rolling out, looking upfield, got away from Klein, but he can't get away from Rick DiBernardo, and he's knocked out of bounds for a loss of 4 at the 14-yard line. Now it is a 3rd down and 13 call facing Don King. Marquise Pleasant coming back in with a play from the bench for SMU. Jeff Jacobs going out. 3rd and 13. Hashaway and Dupard are the running backs. Notre Dame showing blitz. They're in on King. He gets it away and really threw it away for dear life. Just trying to get rid of it before Mike Larkin, Mike Gann, and Mike Griffin all were in on top of him. It's 4th down, and they'll try a field goal that would put the Mustangs on top. Randy Brownlee will come in to attempt a field goal.
Watch right here now, King. You may think that it might have been down in the ball, but it is not. There's a tremendous pass rush right there. 49, Kovaleski comes in. King starts out. DiBernardo's in there. He's throwing the ball to 8. You see number 8 sitting there, Gary Hashaway, so there's no question he's trying to make the completion to his fullback.
Dodge Carter will hold. They'll Hillestrade is snapped. This will be a 30-yard attempt with an angle. It is up, and it is good, and SMU has taken the lead with 11:47 left to play in the Aloha Bowl. There's a timeout of the action with the score. SMU 20, Notre Dame 17. We'll be back right after this.
We looked at a lot of sport trucks, but we bought the lowest priced one in America, Mazda's new B2000 Sport LE. And while it's nice to know it comes standard with 42-tone paint, radials with spoker wheels, chrome bumpers, bucket seats, and a 5-speed, it's even nicer to know it's priced over $1,300 less than Nissan's or Toyota sport trucks.
Sakes alive, sakes alive, sakes alive. Only Mazda's got a sport truck for just $67.95.
Sakes alive. Sat down with Mom, talked to Dad. Can't get it together, makes you feel sad. You know you can do it, you wonder where. You want it soon because you really care. The services can help you so you not only get better, you really grow. Talking Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines. They'll take you, train you, show you the way. You'll work hard, get decent pay in the Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines. Prove you can make it. Prove it to all. Serving your country and walking tall in the Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines. You've got it together. They'll see in a glance. Thanks to the services, you got the chance in the Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines. It's a great place to start.
Got a plumbing problem? Call me. I'll fix it quick as a wink. My name isn't.
Franchises available.
Lovely ladies. Enjoying the Aloha Bowl 2017 SMU with 11:47 left to play as Esteve comes down on the ball. short kickoff. This will be Alonzo Jefferson at the 9-yard line. Alonzo Jefferson, penalty marker down, and Jefferson gets the 29, but Notre Dame probably is going to be penalized for an illegal block on the kickoff return. Flipping.
I think they're going to sneak in and say Mark Brooks may have gotten a little bit of a late hit or something in there.
SMU's scoring drive was a time-consuming scoring drive. We have 11:42 left.
67 yards. Again, look at the time. 7 minutes and 3 seconds. All of their scoring drives have been from a very, very long distance. 76 yards, or 67 as we see. 79, 80. It's an outstanding job by the Mustangs offensively. They got a hold now. They got to keep Notre Dame pinned up back inside their own territory, try to get the ball back in good field position.
Notre Dame's back at their own 10 following a clipping penalty on the kickoff return. It'll be 1st and 10 Notre Dame at their own 10-yard line. Howard wide right, Milt Jackson wide left. Play action fake to Pinkett, and Berline's in trouble, and Berline's scrambling, and he is going to be dragged down back of the 8-yard line by John Eichmann, the sophomore defensive tackle from Alvin, Texas. There's Eichmann, 6'5", 246 pounds. A loss of 1. It'll be 2nd down 11.
Well, Berline runs the play action. He fakes the Pinkett going out to the left. Look at the good coverage now. Where there's a white jersey, there's a blue jersey. And Berline has no place to go, and he's dragged down from behind.
Give 97 Tom Lineberger credit, too, for turning that play around and forcing Berline to go the opposite way where Eichmann was waiting.
2nd down, a reverse, and Brown fumbles it, and he's in big trouble and down to the 5-yard line. Brought down by Kip Case, the weak side linebacker from Dallas. A loss of 4 more brings up a 3rd down and 15.
Timmy Brown comes around, and there's the pitch. It bounced off his shoulder pad there. He was lucky to get it back. And by that time, the defense recovered. There you see number 44 is in there. That's Kit Case.
Kit Case is in there in 31 also. Anthony Beverly did an outstanding job, the outside linebacker.
The Notre Dame 3rd down and 15 from their own 5-yard line. Movement on the line of scrimmage by Mike Perino, the offensive right tackle, and Notre Dame will be pushed back even further, half the distance to the goal, back to the 2.5.
The Mustangs are doing it defensively. They're holding him down here. That's what they want.
We have dead ball. Full start on the offense. 3rd down.
Well, if you're Notre Dame, do you run a running play and try to get some breathing room so you can get the punt away?
Well, we shall see what Berline calls on a 3rd down and long. He does run a running play to Alan Pinkett, who gets breathing room back to the original line of scrimmage, stopped by Tim Green. It brings up a 4th down in a punting situation as Mike Viracola will come into punt for Notre Dame, and solo safety for SMU will be Andrew Livingston. Well, SMU will come out of this series with good field position and 9:50 left to play. Mustangs leading by 3. Kevin Kelly will snap. Good snap, as Kevin Kelly always does. Low kickoff. This is returnable, certainly, from the 50-yard line. Livingston all the way to the Notre Dame 35-yard line, where it'll be 1st and 10 SMU at the 35. A 40-yard kickoff, 15-yard return by Livingston, but there is a penalty marker down on the play. If it's against Notre Dame, SMU will decline and take the ball right where they have it in great field position.
Not real good hang time by Viracola on that one, 3.06.
It looked like he got it off the side of his foot.
If the penalty is against SMU, Notre Dame will definitely take it and let Viracola punt the ball again and try to push SMU back a little further, as the officials, all from the Big 8 Conference, are discussing the situation.
It's amazing how these penalties are starting to come quite a bit towards the end of the 3rd quarter, into the 4th quarter. The first half was relatively penalty-free, wasn't it? It's hard to recall a whole lot of penalties.
Here's Vance Carlson. Penalty against SMU.
Penalties in the first half. Notre Dame had 3 for 32. SMU 2 for only 10 yards.
Evidently, it came on the return. SMU will maintain possession, but they'll be backed up to midfield. So instead of starting from the Notre Dame 35, it'll be at midfield. Here's Vance.
We have personal foul on the receiving team. It's 15-yard penalty. First down.
So first and 10 for the Mustangs at midfield. SMU leading 20-17, 9:28 left to play. And there is a timeout of the action from the Aloha Bowl in Honolulu. The score, the Southern Methodist University 20 and Notre Dame 17. And we'll be back right after this. And the ball at midfield as Don King calls the ball at midfield as Don King calls the signals. And off to Atkins. Atkins pulls his way for about 3 or 4 yards. Brought down on the play by Greg Pingens, along with Cedric Figaro at the 46-yard line. A pickup of 4. It'll be second down and 6.
The Mustangs have good field position now in this drive. They want to keep pounding away, and let's get something else. Let's get another score on the board. Touchdown would be great, but a field goal will be fine also. Let's come away with something.
Second down, 6 call. Hand off to the fullback, and he has good running room. And Hashaway moves his way close to a first down to the Notre Dame 40-yard line. The attendance this afternoon, 41,707, a new Aloha Bowl record.
Just wanted to say, Harry, that the inside interior of that offensive line of Southern Methodist, Jackson, Campbell, and Edson are doing a great job against Griffin, the nose tackle, Kowaleski, and Larkin. They're blowing them back. You can pick up 6 yards per pop when you drive up in the middle of that line. You've got to credit those 2 guards in that center.
It is a first and 10 SMU at the 40-yard line of Notre Dame. Mike Gann is not in the Notre Dame defensive lineup right now. Jeff Kuntz is in at one of the defensive tackle spots.
Chris Jackson, the center for SMU, just called for new football.
First and 10 at the Irish 40-yard line. On the option play, the pitch back goes to Dupard. Well read by Notre Dame. Troy Wilson coming up from his defensive cornerback to make the hit on Jeff Atkins, who picked up nothing. It'll be second down and 10. Atkins set a Southwest Conference freshman rushing mark at 973 yards last year, breaking the mark previously held by Earl Campbell of Texas. Second down, 10 SMU. Atkins and Hashaway are the running backs. Here's Atkins. He fights his way inside the 30. Griffin finally catches him from behind at the 18-yard line, but a great effort by Jeff Atkins.
Well, this is going to be a fine run. Watch it right in here. The little cross blocking by the interior of the line. Here comes Atkins. He takes a shot right there. He bounces off. He keeps his feet moving. He gets by a couple of defenders. There he is, big number 94 coming in there to make the takedown. Watch Banks right here now. Let's see what happens. He's coming down the line of scrimmage. Looks like he's in good position. He gets taken on right there by number, I think it's 8, Gerry Hashaway, knocks him down.
And that's Ron Weisenhofer, who he runs right through.
Here's a pitch back to Reggie Dupard, who squirts his way close to a first down inside the Notre Dame 10-yard line to about the 8. SMU with a 3-point lead. 7:09 left to play. Let's pause 5 seconds for station identification. This is the TCS Metro Sports Television Network. Gerry Faust concerned on the Notre Dame sideline. The ball is at the inside the Notre Dame 8-yard line. First down and goal to go SMU. King calling the signals. King on the option play. Here's Reggie Dupard. He's down to the 2-yard line before he is brought down. Reggie Dupard to the Notre Dame 2, where it'll be second down and goal to go. Dupard, all Southwest Conference as a sophomore and junior.
Watch Reggie right here now. A little fake in the air. You pull back into Hashway right there. You flip the ball out off of Banks, who comes in, doesn't know quite what to do. There's Balish is there to make the stop. Good execution again by Southern Methodist University.
Second down and goal to go at the 2-yard line of Notre Dame. Reggie Dupart, touchdown, Southern Methodist. Dupart from 2 yards out, and the Mustangs have opened up a 9-point lead with the extra point coming. We have just 6:13 left to play. Dupart, who had 16 rushing touchdowns during the regular season.
Nothing fancy here. You hand it off to Depard. You're running behind Campbell and Roy Dunn right there, and he's in for the touchdown. Every key situation so far in the second half, when SMU has had to come up with a down yardage for a first down or a touchdown, they've come in behind Roy Dunn and Andrew Campbell. Good blocking by those two big horses up front.
Dale Hellestray will snap. Dodge Carter will hold. Brandy Brownlee will attempt the extra point for SMU. It's spotted. There is a whistle, however. SMU.
We have dead ball foul.
Dead ball
Illegal
foul.
procedure on the offense. 5-yard penalty.
On the offense. That'll move it back 5 yards on the conversion attempt. Let's look at the touchdown by Dupart again.
Let's watch Reggie Dupart, number 21. The junior running back, tailback. Here he comes. He's coming inside. You see the fine blocking in there by Roy Dunn, 79, and Andrew Campbell, 67, and he just powers himself right through that. Gets over Joe Johnson, number 27, the strong safety for Notre Dame.
5-yard penalty, not costly on an extra point attempt. Bradley puts it up, and it is good. And we have 6:13 left to play in the 3rd annual Aloha Bowl game. From Honolulu, Hawaii, there is a timeout of the action with the score, SMU 27 and Notre Dame 17. We'll be back right after this.
The New Orleans Resort Realty is professionally serving people's distinctive vacation and investment needs. We're now featuring Anglers Cove, a new scenic waterfront hotel condominium with an international quality and reservation system. Enchanting Marco Island, the home of Anglers Cove, is located on the southern tip of Florida's Gulf Sun coast. Marco offers an unparalleled escape to a tropical, carefree atmosphere. Call Orleans Resort Realty. Great vacation ideas, great real estate.
During this holiday season, Troy Honda would like to extend our warmest wishes to one and all. The 1985 Hondas are on display at Troy Honda, so take time to come in and test drive a new 1985 Honda made just for you. Troy Honda, located in the Troy Motor Mall.
In the Troy Motor Mall, Troy Honda.
Sunday, follow the evolution of pro football. Big Game America brings you the plays and players who made history. Sunday on ESPN.
SMU has opened up a 10-point lead, and Tomas Esteve will kick off for Southern Methodist. The deep men are Tim Brown and Alonzo Jefferson for Notre Dame. It's a very short kickoff, and it's going to take a funny bounce, and that's a loose ball, and Jefferson alertly picks it up and gets to the 21-yard line. Close to a turnover for Notre Dame as the ball took a wacky bounce, and a Mustang was down there close to recovering.
Well, I think Alonzo Jefferson was waiting for it to bounce sideways and go out of bounds and get a re-kick.
Ball at the 21-yard line, 1st and 10 Notre Dame. They trail by 10, 6:12 left to play. Bill Jackson goes wide to the left. Joe Howard is wide to the right. Here's a pitch back to Alan Pinkett, and Pinkett to the short side of the field, down the sideline, knocked out of bounds by Keith Brooks, and he appears to have the first down. Pinkett to the 31-yard line. He'll be close to a first down and has a first down on a gain of 10 to the short side of the field.
50 yards, 3 minutes, 15 seconds, and only 7 plays. That's probably the closest that SMU has had to go. They only had to go 50 yards to score.
All of them rushes. It'll be 1st and 10 Notre Dame. They have it at their own 31-yard line. Erline calls the signals. Here's Alan Pinkett running again. Alan Pinkett has another first down. Notre Dame figuring SMU looking for the pass. They've rushed Pinkett twice. Ron Anderson making the tackle, but Pinkett picking up 13 more yards.
He's hurt a little bit, too. He gets hurt at the end of this play.
Yeah, there he goes off tackle. Good block by Brooks. He's an excellent blocker. Shows enough time for him to get through there. Gets by Joe Phillips, and I think he banged up his right shoulder.
Alonzo Jefferson has come in to take his place. Pickett's picking up 134 yards. Here's Alonzo Jefferson in the open, and Jefferson all the way down to the SMU 35. Anthony Beverly making the tackle, and the Mustangs obviously looking past.
Anthony Beverly leads the team in individual sacks, or tackles, 60 of them. Alonzo Jefferson, fresh, throwing up a big hole up the middle. There you see Beverly, number 31, catching from behind.
So Notre Dame 1st and 10 at the SMU 35-yard line. Inside handoff to Mark Brooks, and he pulls his way for about 5 yards before he's dragged down at the 31 of SMU.
Still over 5 minutes to play in this at the end of the game. Notre Dame, the clock might work against Notre Dame. They have to get 2 scores to tie, a touchdown, the field goal, or 2 touchdowns to win.
It'll be a 2nd down and 5 call for Berline. Delay to Alonzo Jefferson. He has the first down to the 21-yard line of SMU. Alonzo Jefferson picked up 112 during the regular season, has had a good rushing day.
Notre Dame opening up gaping holes here, as you can see. Good blocking up there by Scannell and Ron Plants.
1st and 10 Notre Dame at the 21-yard line of SMU. Here's a handoff to Mark Brooks. Nothing there. He gets maybe a yard, and that is all. Brooks stacked up on the play at the 20-yard line by nose guard Gerry Bowl. 2nd down and 9. Notre Dame at the 20-yard line of SMU. 4:28 and counting. SMU leading by 10. Berline hands off again. Here's Alonzo Jefferson, and he squirts to about the 16-yard line before he's brought down. It'll bring up a 3rd down and around 6 to go for the 1st down, and one of the SMU players is down on the field.
It's a good play. SMU nose guard Ball, Gerry Ball, number 34, had a stun on. He took an outside charge, and what Kelly did is he just drove him right out of the picture right there, and it created a very, very big hole in there for Jefferson. Tell who the Mustang player is down.
Ball is at the SMU 17-yard line, certainly within Kearney's field goal range. 3rd down call. There's a timeout of the action from the 3rd annual Aloha Bowl. The score, SMU 27, Notre Dame 17. We'll be back right after this.
The most advanced Cadillac ever is here, and it's at Odette Cadillac in West Bloomfield. For only $322.22 a month, you can lease.
Down at 6 Notre Dame. They have it at the SMU 17-yard line. And off to Brooks, and Brooks fights for about 3. Gerry Ball in on the bottom of the tackle. It's at the 14, and Notre Dame will send in the field goal unit. Alan Pinkett, the report is, will not see action the rest of the game. The fine tailback for Notre Dame has a separated left shoulder. Pinkett finished today with 134 rushing yards and also caught a touchdown pass. This will be a 32-yard field goal attempt by John Kearney. Kevin Kelly to snap. Iracola puts it down. Kearney's kick is in the air, and it is good, and Notre Dame pulls to it in 7. 3:15 left to play in the game. SMU leading by a score of 27-20. John Carney was 17 for 19 in field goals this year, tacks out a 32-yarder. There's a timeout of the action with a score. SMU 27 and Notre Dame 20. We'll be back right after this. SMU leading 27-20, just 3:15 remaining. SMU is looking for the onside kick. They have 9 men between the 45 and the 50-yard line. Notre Dame does have time to kick off if they could stop an SMU drive, and he's going to kick it deep, and it's going to go into the end zone. So SMU will bring it back out 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Only 2 men back there. Might have been a good opportunity for that pop-up punt that's a free ball or kickoff. But it'll be 1st and 10 for the Mustangs at their own 20-yard line. For Notre Dame, an important defensive series. If they are to get the ball back, they must stop SMU, which they haven't been able to do. The Mustangs leading 27-20.
There's a scoring drive, 65 yards, a little under 3 minutes, 9 plays, 9 rushes, no passes.
Most of that picked up by Alonzo Jefferson, filling in for the injured Alan Pinkett. Don King will try to keep this ball on the ground and use the clock with 3:15 left to play. Hand off to Atkins, and Atkins picks his way for about 2, and that's all, to the 22-yard line. Stopped by Robert Banks, and Notre Dame has used one of their timeouts following the 2-yard advance by Atkins, stopping the clock with 3:06 left to play. Alan Pinkett, who separated his left shoulder, finishing the day with 134 yards, another outstanding year for the junior tailback. Also caught a touchdown pass. The good citizens of Sterling, Virginia, Pinkett's hometown, raised funds to send Alan's mom over to the Aloha Bowl. She's enjoying her time here in Hawaii.
Well, SMU is in good shape right now. They've got all 3 of their timeouts, but they don't really concern themselves with that. There's 3 minutes and 6 seconds on the clock. It's 2nd down and 8. What they want to do is they want to take some time. They want that clock to continue to run, but they want to pick up 2, maybe 3 first downs and force Notre Dame to take some unwanted timeouts.
They want their ball carriers want to stay inbound.
Absolutely.
Ashaway and Dupard are the setbacks behind Don King. Dupard on a misdirection. He gets about 3 yards. Looked like he had some running room, and then it closed in a hurry, and Notre Dame will stop the clock again. With a 3rd down and 5 call, Notre Dame using their 2nd timeout. They have 1 remaining, 2:59 left to play, and a big 3rd down call for SMU.
3rd down and 5. I don't know about that timeout because you're on the clock there, and it's you got to let it run just a little bit, but you don't want to waste your timeout. So they get that ball. Notre Dame gets that ball back in fairly decent field position with not a lot of time and only 1 timeout. It's going to be tough. Here we see Don King talking with Coach Bobby Collins and his staff.
Well, of course, this is the key play of the game. Notre Dame having used 2 timeouts in this drive. If they don't stop them right here, then they're in serious trouble with 1 left. A timeout of the action with the score. SMU 27 and Notre Dame 20. We'll be back right after this.
Some people would rather put up with dandruff than use a dandruff shampoo. I guess they think they're too harsh. A shampoo should care for hair. Mine does. Its special self-balancing formula sends dandruff protection only where I need it. On my scalp, not on my hair. And it gently conditions where it's needed. Leaves my hair soft, healthy looking. My shampoo? Yeah, it's a dandruff shampoo. But it's today's Head & Shoulders, and it cares for my hair.
Kendall Motor Oil protects engines from friction. To prove how well, we plated ordinary piston rings with pure gold and ran them inside this engine for 5,000 miles. Kendall friction fighters are better than car makers demand. But can Kendall protect even soft gold? Look, no visible wear. That's protection. Friction-fighting Kendall Motor Oil for protection worth its weight in gold.
59 remaining, SMU leading by 7. King calling the signals. He'll call on Dupart, and he does not get the first down, and Notre Dame will get the ball back. Mike Kovaleski making the tackle of Dupart after a gain of just a couple of yards. And SMU will have to punt it away, and Notre Dame will have 2 minutes and 53 seconds on the clock to do something with it, and Notre Dame apparently used up their last timeout. They did, stopping the clock with 2:53 left to play. At this time, TCS Metro Sports would like to thank the following individuals for their assistance in the production of today's telecast. For Southern Methodist University Athletic Director Bob Hitch, Head Coach Bobby Collins, Sports Information Director Larry White. For the University of Notre Dame, Athletic Director Gene Corrigan, Head Coach Gerry Faust, Assistant Athletic Director and Sports Information Director Roger Baldessari, Associate SID John Heisler, and for the Aloha Bowl Executive Director Maki Yanakisawa. 27-20 SMU. Dodge Carter will kick. Joe Howard back in solo safety for Notre Dame. His up man is Troy Wilson, and Notre Dame should come out of this with decent field position.
Player to watch on this is number 1. He's on the right corner. Mike Haywood. He blocked one punt and partially blocked another punt this year.
Don't want to take a chance of roughing the punter, and so Haywood does not charge. And this time he picked a great time to get away his best punt of the day. Joe Howard inside the 20, and Joe Howard to the 22-yard line. Dodge Carter, who had not punted well, got off his by far best punt of the game. A 53-yard punt, a 3-yard return.
Great punt by the young man. He changed a couple of earlier in the ball game. He didn't get some good hang time or good distance, but when the Mustangs needed him, he booted that one out there. Great punt, Dodge.
All of the 22-yard line. It'll be first down and 10 Notre Dame. No timeouts remaining. They have 2:42 with which to work. Play action. In trouble is Burline. Gets it away. A wobbly pass incomplete intended for Alonzo Jefferson on a screen. He was under severe pressure from Anthony Beverly. That'll bring on a second down and 10 for Notre Dame at their own 22 with 2:36 left to play.
I think what we may see here is that SMU going into a double rotation zone defense. They're going to play zone both sides of the wide sides of the field, force Burline and Notre Dame to come down the middle with the ball. And they're going to blitz a linebacker most every down to keep it honest, to keep the linebackers, to keep the defensive or the offensive players honest from Notre Dame.
They try a draw play, and Alonzo Jefferson gets up to around the 27-yard line, a pickup of only around 3 or 4. And it brings up a third down and 6 calls.
Now Notre Dame hoping to break a long one on that run, but they didn't.
The Burline will go to the air, up the middle, deflected and nearly intercepted, deflected by Tim Breen, the free safety, a junior from West Orange, Texas. It was intended for Tim Brown, and he got double coverage. So Notre Dame is down to their 4th down call, a 4th down and 6 call.
There's Burline passing. He throws this ball like a bullet. Doesn't let the player run into it. He was double covered. And Jack Snow, isn't that the toughest place to throw on 3rd down and long up the middle?
It's difficult when you got a guy like Tim Green, 17, as you see him right there. Green made an excellent play. He sat back, read, waited. When the ball's in the air, he reacted very nicely.
Notre Dame down to their last gasp, 4th down and 6. Pass to Joe Howard, and he has the first down at the 34-yard line. Stopped immediately, but Howard picks up a crucial first down, Notre Dame. Ball at the 34-yard line. Quickly, Notre Dame out of the huddle. They have no timeouts remaining. 2:06 left to play. Burline, play action, looking upfield. He's going for the bundle to Milt Jackson. In and out of his grass. Roderick Jones was there to knock the ball out of the grasp of Milt Jackson inside the SMU 30-yard line.
We could see that coming all the way up here. Berline dropped back, and he had Milton. He was staying with him all the way.
Let's look at the fourth down play. Notre Dame's last gasp when they stay alive.
Well, Berline's looking, and he hits Howard over the middle. Catches it in the air, but his forward progress had the first down.
It'll be second down and 10 Notre Dame. The clock is stopped with 1:57 remaining to be played. SMU leading by 7, 27-20.
Got Reggie Ward in at the wideout on the left side. Let's watch him. He's a burner.
But they hand off to Alonzo Jefferson, who gets over the 40 to about the 43-yard line. It'll be third down and about 2 to go for a first down. Tim Green and T.D. Briggs making the stop. Third down and about 1. Berline in trouble. Just one away. He's got his tight end, Ricky Gray, first down in SMU territory to the Mustang 48-yard line. Keith Brooks making the tackle for SMU. Good poise by sophomore quarterback Steve Berline.
Yeah, he hung in there, and he found Ricky Gray, the senior, who came on late in the season to catch 13 passes.
Berline straight back, looking upfield. Fires one. It is caught at the 31-yard line by Tim Brown. It'll be first down Notre Dame. Reggie Phillips defending. The clock will stop until they move the chains with 1:22 left to play.
Yeah, they said he didn't get out of bounds. Notre Dame will be ready without a huddle. Notre Dame's offensive line doing an excellent job of pass blocking. SMU only rushing 3 men. There, that's 4 or 5 of them that time.
In and out of the grasp of tight end Mark Bavaro. Keith Brooks defending on the play for SMU, but it'll give Notre Dame a chance to huddle and stop the clock with 1:15 left to play.
Steve Berline, only a sophomore, completed 60.2% of his passes this year. That broke records established by Angelo Bertelli and Joe Theismann.
It'll be a second down and 10 call. 1:15 left in the third annual Aloha Bowl. Berline in trouble. He's going to scramble. He has some running room, and he will get inside the 20 to the SMU 18-yard line. Clock is moving, but they'll stop it to bring the chains up. A first down run by Berline. Reggie Phillips made the tackle. 1:07. Bobby Collins and Gerry Faust in a thriller at the Aloha Bowl. Berline rolling out. Looks upfield. Got the tight end Mark Bavaro for very short yards. A gain of 3. Keith Brooks made a great hit of Bavaro. At the 15-yard line, it'll be a second down. Brooks, a 6-foot, 214-pound junior from Andrews, Texas. The clock is running with 49 seconds left to play in the game. Second down and about 8 for a first down. Berline fires toward the end zone. Ooh, in between 2 blue defenders, including Tim Green and Reggie Phillips. Joe Howard, I guess, was the intended receiver, but it was closer to the Mustangs than it was to the Irish. Third down.
SMU's doing a smart thing in that secondary. They're dropping back. They're keeping everything in front of them. Once the receiver makes his break and starts to come back, they're coming back, but they're not coming back hard enough that if they should have to tackle and miss, it'll mean a touchdown. So they're keeping everything in front, keeping that little bit of a cushion. If they're going to get it, let them catch it in front of you, then we'll make a good, sure tackle.
Well, Notre Dame 2 wide receivers, Reggie Ward and Timmy Brown in there. They've got speed to burn, and they're good receivers. They're both on the wideout position.
Third down call. 37 seconds left to play. Berline straight back. Has time again. Looking to the end zone. It is incomplete. Incomplete. It was intended for Tim Brown. Tim Green defending on the play. Ball bounced in the air and off Tim Brown. Let's watch it on isolation.
That's Timmy Brown. Gets by the linebacker there. Gets out to the left. Good pass by Berline. There's Timmy Green right there. And the ball hit the ground.
It's a good job by Green coming in late. He's got his eyeball tattooed on that football there, and he almost picks it off.
So it boils down to this play. 4th down, 30 seconds left to play in the game. SMU leading by 7. Notre Dame's last shot at this 3rd annual Aloha Bowl, and Berline makes the call. Berline has some time. He's buying some time. He's got a man overshot him. Milt Jackson was open in the end zone, but Berline overshot him, and SMU is going to win the 3rd annual Aloha Bowl game.
He had Jackson. I'll tell you, Harry, Jackson ran a square end route. He's looking for the curl to pick up the 1st down. Berline didn't give it to him. Then he continued to come across the field, and Berline just overshot him. He had him open.
He had him wide open in the end zone. Overshot him, and SMU will take over on downs. In a thriller in this Aloha Bowl game, the Mustangs of Bobby Collins are going to come out on top by 7. We've had our share of thrills today. Let's watch it.
Let's watch it again. Berline on a 4th down play here. He has to roll out here. Now he sees Milt Jackson on a throwing pass. He overthrows him. Open in the end zone. And Notre Dame started from their own 22, but fell short.
SMU now will just eat out the clock. They only need to down the ball 1 time, and this game will be history, and it has been a thriller. From Aloha Stadium in Honolulu, the Mustangs, co-Southwest Conference champs, will win by 7 over Notre Dame. An entertaining game for the Aloha Bowl. Both teams performing exceptionally well. So the seconds are ticking away, and this one is history. There's Don King, the fine quarterback for SMU. Gerry Faust and Bobby Collins have had a great stay here in Hawaii. Collins will go off smiling, and Gerry Faust will say, oh, if only that last play could have been caught. That's the end of the game. The final score is SMU 27 and Notre Dame 20.
The Aloha Bowl has been brought to you by Mazda and the full line of sophisticated Mazda products. And by Mr. Rooter. When you have a sewer or drain problem, call America's troubleshooter, Mr. Rooter.
United is the first and only airline to serve